Yay, Rockingham is back.
The NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series, NASCAR returns to Rockingham for the first time in over 10 years?
Like 11, 12.
Yeah.
NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series racing from Rockingham on FS1, presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care.
I hope they blind Cup be Rockingham next one.
I mean, it could happen. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Oh, and by the way, Casey Kane is back in the Xfinity series.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be in the 33, I know that.
Man, I hope he wins. And also that seriously is first, so it's unlikely. Truck Series, and he saw him find his way to victory lane. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. We want to talk about Carson on track. Now we're going to talk with Carson in the booth. And we're so happy to have you joining us on this Friday. I'm Jamie Little. That's Carson Hosevar, and of course Michael Waltrip. And Carson, this is your only. I almost forgot NASCAR swing back to Washington.
But you're here with us. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited to watch this race. We're watching Rockingham at home in 2012, 2013, and having so much fun. And the second I saw this race on the schedule, I wanted to be a part of it some way or another. And if I wasn't driving, I knew I'd be sitting at home watching.
Yeah, I felt like doing the truck race today. So, yep, we're doing
it.
You're talking about excitement. That's a great word for tonight. There's so much buzz in Rockingham about the NASCAR series being back in town. And the speed this track is just so fast. They're barely letting off in the corners.
That's the most people I've seen that which is.
Yeah, I can see that.
Michael, we're going to relive some of the memories, of course, that involved you back in the day. But right now,
yeah, I think it's sold out for tomorrow too.
With opening ceremonies.
Race fans, please rise as you're able and remove your hats as Nick Terry from Hooker Racing Outreach provides today's invocation.
Well, let's pray. God, we thank you for the blessing to be able to be here at the Rock today for racing. God, you've been good to us, and we thank you for all the hard work that's gone into this weekend. Lord, it's also Easter weekend, and we thank you for Good Friday, for the cross, for the words that you said, it is finished. We thank you for the gift of salvation, and I pray for these drivers that you would keep them safe. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now to perform our national anthem, please welcome dedicated Rockingham Speedway fan since 2002, Derek Winter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrapped there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Great rendition on this Good Friday. Well, it's been 12 years since the NASCAR Truck Series put on a show in Rockingham. 200 laps of racing.
12 years. Since 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2013, yeah. Yeah. And the Cup Series hasn't raced here since 2004. Is that right?
Yeah.
With that bench between Casey Kane and Matt Kenseth. That I do know.
He makes a series of fast cars. And this one, definitely this one. And they all have
Oh, yeah, as well. For all you
right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big
new Denny Hamlin shirt, I got this earlier this week.
Oh, cool.
I spent a lot of time thinking about
Yeah,
At 3 in the morning.
it's a Sport Clips one.
what people don't know is that not all dirt
They need to make some progressive
dirt is the
stuff.
right kind of nutrients. Look at this organic soil and miracle grow.
Everybody should have it. We're great for us.
Like, for real, they need to make some progressive stuff, like progressive merch.
Yeah.
Just so, yeah.
You're a dirt nerd.
Huge dirt nerd. I'm proud of it.
Get over
Some folks are drawn to open country. Others crave the wild roar of a high-performance exhaust. Some like both. We call them family.
There's no party like an all-star party. The NASCAR All-Star Race roars in the North Wilkesboro Speedway. It's back May 16th through 18th for a no-holds-barred, old-fashioned mountain showdown. NASCAR's biggest stars going for all the money and bragging rights under the lights. One of racing's most iconic tracks. Get your May into high gear. Get your tickets today at NorthWilkesboroSpeedway.com.
Because I sweat a lot going to men's weddings. Special fabric.
With Chime, I can get paid when I want. And why do we accept me each 2 weeks for payday? I work hard every day, but I don't get paid every day. Because of Chime, I don't have to wait to get paid anymore. With my pay, I can get up to $500 of my pay on my schedule. There's no interest, no credit checks, no mandatory fees. I love being in control of my money, and for the first time, I can control my payday. And you can too. And that's why I Chime. Join me at chime.com and get paid when you say.
We're gathered here today to bring together.
I would like to ask a guy to an outdoor summer wedding. It's 103 degrees. Amanda, Natalia. And because I sweat a lot, I went to Men's Warehouse and got a suit with a special fabric called Chill Flex that breathes and keeps me cool. Even in these inhumane conditions.
You've been out just the bar.
Thank you.
Got you too.
It's a little hot to be flirting, don't you think?
Here I come.
What table are you at?
Welcome back to the NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series. Great crowd on hand to witness history as we make our return to the Rock after 12 years of what a perfect night for racing. Well, you know, this speedway, it's heavy on history. Opened back in 1965, and what a history it holds. That was called 1 Year Run Speedway at that point. Changed the name to Rockingham, but who won the most? Mark Martin, Richard Petty, Kyle Larson. The last truck race here got his first career Truck Series victory. And that is how long it's been since we've raced here. 4,387 days. It's been a long wait, but we are back. And, you know, there's only 4 drivers in the field who have raced anything here. But our own Todd Bodine, he's not just raced here, he's won here. Todd, good to have you back.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, I always enjoyed Rockingham Speedway, and I've got some good memories. A couple of wins. The first one was a lot of fun. We got down to start finish like 3 wide with Mike Wallace and Johnny Benson. Kind of snookered them there. They didn't even know I was coming. And my second one, 2 years later, driver Buckshot Jones was kind of just the opposite. We went out there and dominated the race, led 146 laps, and our own teammate Kevin Harvick ended up getting second in that race. But I always enjoyed Rockingham, and it's one of my most favorite things is winning this race. But Michael, I know that you've got a couple of Rockingham memories of your own. Would you like to share those with us?
Well, Todd, I don't remember winning gear like you, and I don't really remember anything.
But they don't have a
happening
safer
here. I
build.
did take a bath one day.
Yeah.
Ran into the end of the wall, and water went everywhere. Soaked me down with water. I thought I
I
was bleeding
think
out. I didn't know what was
what they
going on.
have in the
And
tone,
then
but
I
you have them
overestimated
with
grip.
everything down the wall.
You never have to do, Carson. It happened to me that day.
It happened a time or two, but we're watching you, so I'll let you relive your days.
Well, we were coming to a white flag race against my buddy Jeff Green, and I just got in a little bit hot and gave that chance to win the race away. But so much fun racing at this racetrack. But I will tell you,
Yeah, they don't even.
80s, now that
The
I'm
pit
thinking
road
about
wall
it,
doesn't even have
I
a
went
safer
to the
barrier.
NASCAR Dash Series Championship right here at Rockingham. So take that, Taco Dime.
Dude, what year was that, Mike?
This is in the 80s. Let's go with
I
that.
don't
All right.
think you were born yet, Carson.
I was not even a thought. Yeah.
I don't even think his dad was born yet. Probably.
Michael has some good memories here. Well, let's now go trackside for the most famous words in racing.
And now, race fans, it's time for the most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command for the Black's Tire 200 here at Rockingham Speedway. Please welcome Black's Tire Ambassador, Frankie Underwood.
On behalf of Black's Tire, our 1,100 associates throughout our 71 locations throughout the Carolinas, drivers, start your engines!
Love that sound. 35 drivers, they're ready to take on the challenge of the rock. We'll drop the green flag. That's coming up.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Find relief and help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks. Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
This
Nature's Bounty.
is.
Your bones are 4 times as strong as concrete. Nature's Bounty supplements your bone health with high absorption magnesium. It's in your nature to stand strong. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that, arriving to destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops. You need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 Biggie Packs and Junior Bacon Cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Chandler Smith's been one of those drivers, talked about him week in and week out. He lies.
Wow, what a battle.
It's been a minute since you've been to victory lane in the Truck Series. Gonna hold off Kyle Larson here. Chandler Smith, welcome back to the Truck Series.
He says he just drove away from the stage wins and the race wins. Run down, burn it down. Already on the front row.
What a big win that was for Chandler Smith just a week ago. The way that he did it, I mean, you had 100 Kyle Larson right behind him, and he stopped his hopes for a sweep last weekend. I mean, just it's incredible what this team has done.
He's just been so perfect all year long. Got the win over Bristol. That's just what it's all about. And we saw that coming. You knew when he came truck racing, he was going to be competitive. Great organization with front row, and he is putting some laps down.
Yeah, he's lived with the philosophy, right? This team was just created in January. It's a brand new race team. My concern, or my question rather, would be they already have a win. They haven't finished outside the top 10. What's the next step? What's the next goal? What's there to improve? There's not a whole lot to improve in this race team other than just win every week, it seems. And we're already on the front row for this one. It seems like that 38 truck is a really, really hit on the right spots at the right times. Already this early. Let's just hope they didn't peak too early so far in the season. But feeling really, really good about that race team.
That's a qualifying effort for him, by the way. And yes, and how about you guys going to the pole?
Yeah, I just love that first time pole setter. A great lap in qualifying. These guys were just hammered down in qualifying, and Dick Garcia went out there and showed the world that he can get it done. He's having a good season. I think we're going to see some good things from him tonight.
4 top 10 finishes for Jake Garcia, so it's just a matter of time. He's been knocking on that door. We talked about the front row here, side by side. Motorsport represented there on the pole today. Row number 2, Carson.
Yeah, right here on row number 2, just 2 guys with a very big difference in resume. Ben Rhodes, a multi-time champion, and then Connor Motek still looking for his first win, but had a lot of speed this weekend. Michael, you got row 3 here.
I just love row 3. You got Lane Riggs and Bailey Curry. They're just so solid everywhere we go, and I think that Bailey Curry is a win waiting to happen, and we know how good Lane is. Watch row 3 when we go green flag racing.
Take a look at the rest of them.
Yeah, I've been a NASCAR fan since like 2017, so I've never seen an actual Rockingham race on TV before. So this is kind of a first for me.
Not my first. I've seen like him a lot.
Saw Corey Heim outside the top 10. That's very unusual. It'll be fun to watch charge through the field. Grant Indicator is going to start back on row 10. He had a solid practice session, but didn't qualify as well as he hoped.
Speaking of not qualify well, he saw Stuart Friesen there go to the back of the field, but big shock here, but expecting to see him move forward. Brandon Jones back here, going to be looking to move forward very quickly.
Yeah, he about wiped that number 1 truck out in qualifying. Got really loose coming to the green flag, was able to save it, but there's another truck that will be charging through this field. I think we're all wondering, Jamie, how will we pass? Will we be able to race competitively on this racetrack, or will it be single file? We're going to find out early with some of these fast guys in the back.
Right. Keep your eye on the 1 truck and definitely the 11 truck. Well, let's say hello to our 2 pit reporters covering all the action down there tonight. Todd Woodine and Amanda Busick. Hello, Amanda.
Hey, Jamie, and if the excitement is building and these fans standing on their feet behind me, it was almost too much excitement for Stuart Friesen in qualifying earlier today with a hard hit into the wall, but luckily it was mostly cosmetic from what Stuart told me. He said that good thing they did not have to go to the backup truck. As you take a look at that replay,
wow, they just
one thing that is kind of special.
Did he just have time on him?
There was a part in the splitter pan that was
He kind of looked like he did. I think it looked like his truck got too tight and just went into the wall.
This team pushed this truck to the grid less than 30 minutes ago, and while Stuart said he's not sure what will happen in this race, the look of the faces of his crew guys show that they already won the race that they needed. Todd?
Thanks, Amanda. These teams came to the Rockingham Speedway in January for an open test. It was cold. The racetrack had a lot of grip in it, not a lot of rubber on it. They were running almost wide open through the whole corner. That's not the case today. The temperature's up, about 40 degrees over what it was in January. And we know what happens with temperature. Track grip goes away. But the one thing that it also does is it puts rubber on the racetrack, which is taking some grip out of the racetrack. These guys today, they have to get the track position because it's going to be
we're going green that time. I don't see the lights on the track.
The racetrack's going to widen out, and we're going to have a great race. Jamie?
I agree with you, Todd. Well, now let's take a look at our track description, sponsored by Crafstman.
Yeah, you can see the track's officially just under a mile. We're going to call it a mile. The drivers are made differently at each end. That's a challenge for these drivers. You don't have the same consistent banking, but you're going to see some competitive racing. I'm with Top 09. You see the 25 degrees in 3 and 4. I think this place widens out. We see a really competitive race. What do you think, Carson?
Yeah, right here's your race analysis. You have 200 laps, 188 miles. But look at the stages compared to the fuel window. Last stage, 110 laps, 80 to 85 laps of fuel.
we could have a green flag stop, and that's going to be difficult with 35 miles an hour down pit road. It might be tricky for these guys.
Yeah, we haven't seen a green flag stop in, well, it's been a while, guys. It's been since Homestead, the end of last
Here we
season.
go. Green
Side
flag.
by side, green flag is in the air, and we're racing
Oh.
once again at Rockingham. Jake Garcia on the outside, Chandler Smith on the inside. Guys, you can feel and see the speed already.
You see the
Yep.
first
Oh,
step, this
goodness.
very dirty racetrack right here is Jake Garcia. Let's
Making
take the
moves
top.
already.
Conversation we're going to have all week or all day.
Here comes Chandler Smith.
Chandler Smith already up the rim, but we're getting a loose off the turn.
Ooh.
A battle for the lead.
Look at that. Already some great racing in Sorry lap too.
This could be a tough pass to clear into one. This is going to get free. Watch up the racetrack just a little bit. Head through 1 and 2. Side by side off of 2 with advantage Garcia. So
Well, this is what
This place wide now.
Right
The first
in.
lap, they're in all the way around here, side by each. And this battle's getting ready to get a little.
Oh, we got trouble in the back. Caution's out.
Yeah, Connor Mosak goes
Mosak
around.
spins.
His caution is out on lap number 3. What a battle for the lead. Jake Garcia takes it over. Chandler Smith settles into second. Lane Riggs third.
That was your row, Michael.
I know, they were battling for fifth back there. You could see a lot of damage.
What a heartbreaker for Bailey Curry having such a strong day. Broke a drive shaft at Bristol. And we saw it with Chandler Smith and Garcia up front, where the battle, it was just dirty and rooster tails, and it just gets tight, especially in 3 and 4, tricky corner.
You see that damage on the right rear, Jamie. That's crucial. We talk about side force, and these trucks leaning on the air to get the speed that we have here at Rockingham. They're going to do a lot of work to that right rear. Neither one of those trucks are torn up too badly, but they're both going to require pit stops to do some tuning.
Typical Rockingham.
See if we can break down what happens here.
Yeah, right top right of your screen. Bailey Curry on the bottom, going to get free.
Oh, wow.
But this is the 18.
I've got some right rear damage.
This might be a lap earlier, for sure. So that's already, we've had issues, Michael, on the lap.
And you knew we were going to have some time racing. Look at there, Corey Allen. We talked about him moving up, looking 3 wide, and then up ahead.
Goodness.
So he had to make evasive action, and they got stuck in that dirt out of the where we're going to be. That's going to be something we talk about the whole time. Is when they get out
Oh,
of
I'm supposed to doing
stuff,
muscle.
right at the top of your screen is here we go. Inside Connor Bose, which what I figured would happen because the damage
Yep, teammate contact.
just gets
And
free.
all
And
around
the
they
second
go.
he gets loose, he has to track that truck up the racetrack, and Bailey Curry's there. Just an innocent bystander, unfortunately. Just a dirty racetrack early in the race, going to be difficult. We know how tight everybody's got to be, and that's where the side force takes it off, is because of how narrow this groove is, how narrow the rubber is, how narrow the grip is. They're going to be on top of each other. That's just going to happen.
Look at those black bars.
I have no idea what the name of this race is, so I just put as the live stream title, Crafstman Truck Series returns to Rockingham.
Yeah, I don't even know the name of it here.
Caution for the first time from Rockingham.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings. Friendly competition and big moves. Quaker, bring it good.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you. Whatever will tell you. Come out and I'll show you a better way. I know. I said nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but there's no reason to shop with fear. Well, show me, Carfox. Knowing how a car's accident history can tax price, you don't have to overpay.
I wasn't scared.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about it as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just fun. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
To me, lawn service is a scam.
No lawn service. We're going to trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down.
Nobody's going to pay attention to your lawn like you do.
It's the whole point of owning a home is that you maintain your own lawn.
We've taken care of this lawn from day one.
I take pride in it, and when people tell me it looks good, it makes me feel even better. Do you use lawn service?
Absolutely not. I have you.
I know what I'm putting down. That's what's got to be.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Don't miss Steel deals. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
From imagination
It's your driveway. You in?
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Come on, let's go. Get off here. Touchdown!
Going back to green
NASCAR
now.
Crafstman Truck Series racing from Rockingham on FS1, presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Well, we took the green flag and it was short-lived. Just a few laps before first caution came out. Bailey Curry with some damage, Connor Mozak as well. We're ready to go once again. Pushing and shoving from the outside line. That's Ben Rhodes giving Jake Garcia, his teammate, a nice push. Chandler Smith on the inside.
Yeah, a pair of teammates inside and out. Two front row trucks. Garcia's going to take that side draft and take advantage of it. Chandler's going to try to stay to that left rear right here. Side by side, high-speed pace lap. But they're all going to clear as they file it out through 3 and 4.
Look at Lane Briggs right there, right behind his teammate.
Chandler going to be fighting for clean air. I think what we're going to see, especially early, smoke in the back with Ben Rhodes at one point or something. But sir,
I don't know what happened.
you can see there's a gap. Yeah, I'm not sure. Low tires, maybe left rear or something. It looks like right rear, right front.
Tire up.
At some point, either hit the wall or hit a driver or something. You see everybody slowing down behind them because they're afraid to go to the outside in case he blows a tire.
I think it could be an oil leak too. We don't know for sure what is going on there. Look at this battle though. We talked about side by side.
Where's Corey Heim? Oh, he's in 9th.
Man, there's action all over this racetrack.
Gio Ruggiero in the 17th truck trying to hang on.
Oh, sheesh. That was... Sheesh. Wow, all right. These trucks are unstable as all heck, I can tell you that.
Rockingham's always been like that. It's always been time with a handful.
Get down on the bottom, you just dive in there, there's no grip because you don't have any air to lean on. You're inside of another truck, and man, they're just running breakneck speeds around this racetrack, and that's why it's so difficult to hang on.
If I'm not mistaken, did they repave? Did Rockingham get a repave?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because what to say, yeah, since they haven't raced here in like over 10 years, it was definitely time for them to repave, especially that since NASCAR's back.
Yeah, because the original surface is all flapped up, had lasso and everything.
Oh yeah, there was definitely time then.
Race adjustments, tire pressures, and anything, and that's why I think we're seeing these trucks not handle the greatest.
Matt Crafton, I know he did race in the Truck Series back then. So Crafton, I think he's literally the only one that has raced here. I think that's in the field. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But...
he probably is the only one.
Yeah. I'm sure. Fox
I think Infame raced her before. And
he didn't know what he had either. I think they,
Benning.
If he could just manage that right front situation, even if it was, just be able to manage the cut, the tire, or whatever.
And that's really
this race and assess that.
That's how everyone else has never raced.
In the middle, taking 3 wide.
Since the issue for Ben Rhodes, he slipped from 4th back to 18th, but hanging tough on the outside line while they make their way through. There's
one truck in the wall there. I don't know who that was.
Jack Wood behind and then contact with the wall. We're gonna have to keep an eye. Those right front fenders, Michael, if maybe we see with Ben Rhodes, that's very difficult, or they're very close to the right front fender. That's just a tough deal. If he hit the wall, it could cut a right front tire.
I just don't see any damage to the right front of that. That's Ben Rhodes a 99 truck, but you see Stuart Friesen continues to march forward. He had to qualify, and he's already gone around Ben Rhodes. So he's got a good truck here.
Amanda, what's going on with the 99?
Yeah, that fluid is all coming out of the 99 with power steering fluid. I just took a look at Rich Lewis and he's going to come in as soon as he can. They've been hoping for a caution out here to kind of save track position or save time for themselves, but I expect the 99 soon. He just can't steer this truck.
How difficult is it at what he's dealing with.
Well, it makes sense while he's running the fourth crew, turn the wheel left and let the racetrack turn you. But yeah, it's difficult, especially with how fast this was. If it was worn out and slow, it would be way easier, Michael. But these speeds are faster. You get worn out here, even especially me with how fast the G-force is going, how fast center corner speed. It's tough. It's grueling.
It's so hard to drive one of these things without power steering, even at a flat track. If you throw in the banking and you throw in the speed that he's dealing with here, that's a handful.
Yeah, I apologize. There's Nathan Bird, the 02, that I think hit the wall. Not Jack Wood. Trucks look about the same. But as we see, Connor Rozak has those tires. Don't expect a lot of guys to come to stage one, so it's not like he's going to be able to flip the stage here. Has a little bit more fuel, but definitely going to have to get this track position the hard way and not plan on being able to flip the stage later in the race.
There's Nathan Bird. He hasn't slowed down, and he's still marching forward. He's going to get around Ben Rhodes as Ben continues to struggle. Tony Breidinger in the red truck. He's coming up to go up against number 99 next.
Mike, let's take a look. Bottom of your screen, the right hand just gets out of that grip and in dirty air. They're side by side. Just a tough spot for Nathan there. Looks like he's still going. No tires, smoke or anything. But you see the right rear quarter panel flared out and probably flat. It's going to be an uphill battle for that 02s. They were already kind of struggling a little bit for pace.
I love this. We talked about watching the guys coming from the back through, freezing up 12 spots. Brandon Jones up 9, Corey Heim 8. They are moving.
And you talk about moving, and we knew he was going to be moving, and that's Corey Heim. He's gone from 15th up into the top 10, 7th right now. We saw him get loose in qualifying, overestimated the grip he would have, but he's going to be a factor in this race, and we knew he would be.
Yeah, everybody started to spread out. It's something we thought we'd maybe see at the start of the race, a little bit of spread out. Obviously, corner speeds are fast. Dirty air kind of shows up. But not a big notebook, guys. There's just a huge amount of adjustments, changes, philosophies that we're seeing, and that normally spreads the field out on who's good, who's not. And that field's going to tighten up as we go on, and everybody gets an adjustment, I think.
24 laps to go in stage number 1, 179 laps still to go.
Jake Garcia still winning over Chandler
Jake
Smith.
Garcia, Chandler Smith continue to battle up front. Have you always had trouble with your weight? Me too.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I keep the weight off.
Reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with heart disease and obesity. Don't use Wegovy with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family had a TC, NEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
Pick me up.
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
I'm going with my CV risk.
Ask your prescriber about Wegovy.
What causes a current Crohn's disease if somebody can talk to bro?
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You just got somebody for Crohn's disease.
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Crohn's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at gogetsomebody.com.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bags and junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Sunlight is a powerful thing. Pets know, and so does Purina. That's why 100% of Purina's power comes from solar and wind investments to help make the food that powers your pet. Purina cares here and here.
Welcome to more where that came from.
So can't wait for Talladega next week.
Welcome to NASCAR.
So many memorable moments from Rockingham Speedway throughout the years, from the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, the trucks. See your favorite driver on there, Michael?
I got beat by every one of these guys at this place. The Wood brothers won their first race ever in 1965 at Rockingham. The first race at Rockingham in 1965. Not ever.
Saw our colleague Jamie Murray. He's pretty good around here. He's got a few wins.
Yeah.
Rockingham.
He's a talented racer.
He is glad to see him doing TV. He's all over the place these days.
How impressive is it where we come to a racetrack with so much history, we come to a driver who's led them all, that hasn't even probably seen this race, and he's younger, if not as young as me, that he doesn't even know really what Rockingham was like, Michael.
And then look at him, he's catching up with Tyler Ankrum. That's really surprising. Ankrum is in danger of going to lap down here in this first stage. He thought he would be a competitive truck, and it isn't working right now for him. But to your point, Carson, what a job Jake Garcia is doing. We've seen fast improvement from he and that team this year, and he's really getting it done here at Rockingham right now.
Yeah, right now I'm more Tyler Ankrum. You get to see a good idea of what's, the speed difference, right? As Chandler Smith begins to stalk Jake Garcia, but Ankrum, we get to see the speed difference. A little bit of it is that Garcia can definitely run lower. See how low Garcia is and able to carry that speed as Ankrum, just having to use a lot of that racetrack and not being able to take advantage of the center speed. But I tell you what, it looks like Garcia kind of struggling in traffic a little bit and really able to, Chandler Smith apply pressure.
Yeah, that experience from Chandler Smith is paying off here as he's trying to figure out the alternate lines to be able to do something with Ankrum. And Ankrum's going to try to be the biggest roadblock he could ever be.
Chandler Smith on past Garcia.
Got 12 laps, but you can't go down this early and think you can come back and win the race.
I love this shot because you get out.
Ankrum slips up there.
Too high, got the dust. But you were just see Garcia then play cat and mouse, instantly going different ways. They're one picking the other lane or the other. The lap before, Ankrum picked the bottom. 13 lost the nose, and 38 had an advantage on him. Now it's all set and done. A little bit more clear to the 13 as they're going to pass Jack Wood up here in a second on the top side. McAnally trucks, 3 McAnally trucks. We talked to Michael how good those things were. All incorrect. A black down is a big move down to the bottom.
Great battle up front. It's been like this for 35 laps. Jake Garcia just trying to hang on, trying to secure his first.
Oh, Smith is going to get to the bottom. Yep, he's going to side draft. And he's going to take the lead. Or no, Garcia actually is going to hold his line. Andrew's going in the corner. Never mind. Never mind. Lane Riggs in the picture now.
Yay, I hope he wins.
Isn't he the son of Scott Riggs?
I don't know.
Something tells me he is. I'm sure he is. Let me check.
Maybe because it's,
Working just behind them, Caden Honeycutt. Guys, this is great. You may have heard after the test, everybody was worried. They were so fast, they were all stuck to the bottom. This is a heck of a race, Jason.
Yeah, a little bit of temperature.
Yep, it is. Lane Riggs is
I
in
had a
the
feeling. It's like, how do you even do that? So,
Yeah.
Jake Garcia is holding everyone off. They can get to him. They can't do anything with him.
Jake Garcia doing a really good defensive CK Honeycutt screen coming into effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, 4-horse pony shows the dog races up front with 6 to go.
whoa.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
Thanks.
And Lane Riggs has been doing good. Like, he's been good.
If Garcia just can slip off the bottom and just get a little out of shape and allow Lane Riggs to roll the bottom, he's so good through 3 and 4. If he can just get the left.
Yeah, you could clearly see it. Lane Riggs clearly. If you saw him through the center of the corner in that corner exit, he just got a good. He just got a good run. Yep, there he is. Look, his truck's just so good in the middle of the corner.
Side by side, 5 laps to go. Connor Woodsack is just ahead of us.
Oh, Lane Riggs lose.
Battle for the lead right here.
Chandler, I'm curious what he does. He pushes his
Teammates.
Very nice teammate moved there. He could have easily gone to the inside with the momentum he had, but he got lane and recovered it. And they're
Now 4-car battle. Caden Honeycutt in the picture.
Caden Honeycutt all over the bumper of Chandler Smith. What a battle up front. This is so much fun to watch as the laps tick down here in stage number 1.
I think we're seeing how important that clean air is. Jake Garcia, I don't think, has as good a truck right now as the 3 guys that have counted him down, but he's just able to use the air to his advantage and hang on.
Yeah, here comes Lane Riggs.
Look, if you're late race right here, you're wondering, this is a good test, right? If this is late in the race coming to win, how do you make this pass? You get a freebie right here with the stage. Obviously, you want to win the stage. But
Yeah, he's going to go to the bottom.
Turn 1's are very difficult. Just it gets so narrow off of 2. Garcia stays on the right rear quarter panel.
He clears him.
And he does it. Lane Riggs to the lead.
Overall, this race has been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it 5-6 weeks. This fight's gonna be amazing.
Literally is driving off in the sunset. The sun is setting. And that means the track's going to be changing here, so we'll keep our eye on that.
About for second right here with Honeycutt.
Yeah.
The picture that 13 truck starting to fade a little bit late.
Final lap of this stage. Lane Riggs with a power move. He gets around.
And Lane Riggs is going to win stage 1. Jake Garcia 2nd, Caden Honeycutt 3rd, Chandler Smith. Corey Hine, top 5.
Career stage win for him. Jake Garcia 2nd, Caden Honeycutt, Chandler Smith, and Corey Hine drive from 15th up to 5th in stage 1. Yeah, that's probably how he's feeling underneath that helmet right now. Lane Riggs gets it done.
Fox Saturday baseball is back. It's showtime time, and the stars start take on Corsi and the Rangers, or Nolan Arenado and the Cubs take on Juan Soto and our loaded last lineup. Saturday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
We put our heart into celebrating mom. We're local farmers, bakers, florists, and makers who grow and create with a passion. We're making the flowers for mom with love.
Right this second, at some diner somewhere, I'll have someone really wants a soda. But that same someone doesn't want to be like, tell me someone to order a soda. Embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, I know the story.
Now, the cup, if we bring the cup cars here, I'm so worried that it's going to turn into at least a mediocre race. I hope it ain't the case if it does happen, but what do you think?
If they bought the cup cars in, how unstable it is, it looks like it's going to be a fun race.
Hopefully it can be a fun race. Just, yeah. But you do know on tracks on the next gen cars, on the Gen 7 cars, on tracks that are a mile or less, usually about average to mediocre. Like, yeah, last Sunday's race when Kyle Larson dominated that Bristol race, that was underwhelming, but.
I'm telling you, the only way it fits us all is that so they take off that diffuser and add 750 horsepower and blame the tire that was out. That's really the only way to do that.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A-game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter John. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new ranch.
Oh, and day one fits Daytona Tower there. They saw with the fuse off.
The finish, the shine, the personal style. Mother's signature Back to Black surface care technology brings out the best of your tires, trim, and plastic. From our Back to Black satin tire dressing or our high gloss tire shine to our legendary trim and plastic restorer.
Hey, well, I got Wetfest too.
Showcase it with Mother's Back to
Oh, that's cool. Ouch.
Mother's love
I hit my funny bone. Just,
That's it.
like I
See,
said, I
they
can't wait.
added any new slots. Nope, no new
Can't wait for
slot.
Talladega next week.
I love Talladega. It's such a great race.
Yeah, I can't wait for the 2 wide swings. Just let them pile it all up and turn slowly.
What do you think of Talladega? For real.
Yeah, I'm not a fan at all of Talladega, and just because of my bad luck there. But Talladega is always fun and enjoyable. Just when I get on the track, it doesn't seem to love me the same way. So I always a little bit dread going there. But how we were in Atlanta, maybe I'll enjoy it. But I'm still looking forward to it. But every time I had a shot at seeing the truck, we had flat or something dumb would happen, and same thing in Cup so far.
Drivers always have that love to hate with Daytona and Talladega, but the fans,
they love it. I loved it as a kid watching. I loved it as a fan watching. I love watching Xfinity and trucks now, but yeah, I have that love-hate. But if I go there once or we run really good, I'll love it.
all right, the pits are officially open, so we're about to see our first pit stops at Rockingham. What do you think? Some adjustments here?
Yes, probably a bunch of adjustments, maybe less towards the front, but yeah, all eyes on the 34 Campbell. We know late races had 3 speeding penalties so far this year, and he's had a little bit of trouble. I remember at Homestead when I was pit reporting, that was kind of his Achilles heel on pit road. So a lot of pressure on these crews because we see how tough it is to pass and how important track position is. It's going to come on the crews.
You better be making an adjustment if you're up front because Corey Heim is a coming. And if you don't make your truck better, he's going to beat you.
Yes, he is. All right, they're coming your way, Amanda.
Oh yay! Well, if us too,
Yeah, one of those trucks coming to the
as
very first stop here at Rockingham. That truck's going to take fuel and 4 tires. Chandler was telling his team that this truck just does not have grip laterally. It's way too much on the back rear. Todd?
13 Jake Start Car Series. He likes his truck to start this run, but it's
Chandler Smith is on.
built a little too much to the tight side. So they're going to raise their track bar up and get some freeness in it. Just the opposite for Lane Riggs in the 34. He did not like his truck to start way too loose. He said the racetrack came to him as it started taking rubber. They're doing the opposite, going to lower the
Caden Honey cut the first off.
Jamie?
All right, Todd, so that answered our question. All of our front runners made some track bar adjustments, a little air pressure adjustment, new tires. We come back. We will kick off stage 2.
First, we dropped in to tackle any job. Then we built the first muscle truck, then added the legendary heavy engine. Ram has always powered American freedom. Now with our Freedom of Choice pricing program, visit your local dealer to choose your offer. Cash incentives or employee pricing for all. Because nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram. Get $6,500 combined cash allowance, plus current Chevrolet, Ford, and GMC owners get $1,500 bonus cash, or get employee pricing for all on select 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
Hey, get off your... Show up. Mountain Dew. Some folks are drawn to open country. Others crave the wild roar of a high-performance exhaust. And some like both. We call them family.
This is Joseph Newgarden. Joseph was conceived to win races. Stop drinking milk at 2, pick it back up at 32. Good for strong bones. Tell about his clavicle. Joseph wins even when he loses. This is his wife, his Tuesdays, his hand-eye coordination. He might have the greatest jawline in sports. He's not that handsome. Every Sunday, Joseph flies. The fastest racing on earth.
Wear Tommy John underwear to invest in your comfort and upgrade your confidence. Playing around, playing horse, or just a little horseplay. Tommy John's innovative underwear and undershirts elevate every moment with premium fabrics that are breathable to keep you cool and dry, with 4-way stretch to support any move you make. Luxurious softness that lasts because you deserve the best. This season, elevate your essentials with Tommy John. All balls welcome. Go to TommyJohn.com now for 20% off your first order.
Chime exists to help everyday Americans make it. When you build your credit to build yourself up, When payday comes on your terms, when your girl math starts mathing, oh yeah, you're the baby. Success doesn't happen overnight, but as you progress, you start to fit. See, when you're going after something bigger, hustling for something better, hey, you're ready. Walk me back through just that week after winning the biggest race of your life, having Dale pass, and now we got to go race.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a decision. Do we go to Rockingham? Yeah, he's out and honored. And we decided that's what we as a group and certainly correctly. Yeah, we did this. We didn't go to Rockingham.
And that's Kevin Perfect's happy hour. Happy to see you on there.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Echo Park, and we appreciate what they do. But Michael, it's good to hear you reflect back on that year and that moment in particular.
Yeah, we talked about the press conference. It was the darndest thing that I'd ever seen. And then, Darn Park didn't go to Victory Lane for DEI. It's just a special memory. That whole weekend was really challenging for the whole team. But as you can see, the fans turned out to honor Dale. And look at this finish. Steve Clark's able to go to Victory Lane driving that one car up Dale. Just a special memory. There's the 3 half. And, that was a tough weekend for everybody, but it was the right thing to do. And I'm glad I was there to be a part of it.
That moment when you did the victory lap. And of course, look at the latest generation of racers paying respects to the 3 Dale Earnhardt. I love it. Not just your truck that you had, right, at the racetrack?
Yeah, I just got the truck. I went home for some family things, and I got given this jacket that was in my family, and a family member of mine had it for a long time, and it matches the truck pretty well. And so I drove up here with this on and driving the truck. A lot of people think it's a Mike Skinner truck. I call it Dale, so it's a Dale truck.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to be at Rockingham, and we're reliving a lot of these great moments, Michael. But I'm so happy you were on there to talk about that moment in our sport and what happened and moving forward with this very racetrack.
I'm thankful for Kevin Harvick. He does such a great job with the podcast. Tells so many fun stories. We talked about not only Rockingham, but other races and wins we had, and just a fellow that's all immersed in NASCAR, and that's why he's so great in the booth for Fox Sports.
Well, we saw during break, Matt Crafton had an issue. A lot of smoke. Amanda, what are you hearing?
That sucks.
Yeah, just an air calamities down here for the 88. I was told that the switch that Matt uses to switch from one battery to the other was shorting out, and that was causing sparks inside of that truck that ended up lighting, as we said earlier, that the dash was on fire, and that was the smoke coming out of the 88 there. But that truck is being pushed back to the garaging. I know we're talking about it all day. Such a shame, considering that Matt Crafton has experience here at the Rock.
That's a shame. He's had such a tough start to the season. Just another bump in the road here for that 88 team. I'll tell you what, Danny, an electrical fire is hard to breathe. It's a great fire.
Refly back out.
Jake Honeycutt, Brent and Finger, great pit stops. They lead us off for stage number 2. Lane Rich just behind us. Parker Clearman up in the top 4.
It'd be amazing if he wins.
We talked about the grip and how the tires aren't falling off. That'll allow people to make a strategy call here early in the going.
Yeah,
And Finger out to a big lead.
As well. And Figure the biggest shot to be won the restart off the bottom, but from a big push on lane rigs. We'll have to keep an eye on what lanes are winning inside and out. But that's impressive. But Ben Rhodes and the 26 of Austin Sutton were speeding. That's why they're starting tail end the long line on the last restart.
Nick Garcia also with a slow pit stop. He dropped from second spot back to about 7th or 8th, but he made a nice restart here, making some ground.
Made a nice adjustment on that first team truck. He needed that to be a little bit better, even though he dominated that first stage. Didn't pick up the win, though. It was Lane Riggs with the big move to pick up his first stage win of his career.
Just love that line. You saw Jake Garcia go high because the other truck was low. Got a lot of options here at Rockingham. Garcia's making the top work.
Oh.
Pull up on the outside of Chandler.
That's really impressive right there. That adjuster's working right there to be able to get to the right rear of the 38 and take it, all that momentum, and get the side draft and clear them all up into one. That's going to be a pass we're going to see a lot of.
You know how strong he was on fresh tires when they threw the green flag. He drove off and led most of the first stage. He's good on new tires. We'll see if the adjustments makes him good.
Just
on
a little
tires,
loose.
a little bit heat in them.
Garcia into fourth. Meanwhile, up front, Brandon Finger on right side, tires only. Lane Riggs all over him, though. The 34 truck, you were talking about it after practice. He's your pick, I think, right?
Yeah, super impressive. Lane Riggs being able to hold the bottom better than anybody I'm really seeing. And that's gonna show up in the long run. You know, we're talking about tires not wearing and whatnot, but long run speed and handling still matters. That 34 truck was able to take part of that. But one truck I'm also noticing that 45 on two tires, a little bit of a deficit to 34, holding tight with these two guys in dirty air. This is difficult for the 34 and 45 to stay as close as they are in dirty air this quick into a run. Look for them to keep moving forward late in this race.
Oh, loose.
Thing got loose on him. You usually think of a truck losing the nose when you're about to get that dirty air, but he lost the rear end. Must be hanging on his Lane Riggs.
Lane Riggs being really aggressive there. You saw him swerving down the straightaway to try and keep that 45 behind him. That's all but brought Jake Garcia into the battle here. That 13 truck looking really good here on the short run.
Corey Heim slipped back a few positions. He's in seventh now.
They're running higher than the first three guys as much as we've seen. And Hyde working his way as high as fit in the end of stage one. Got a little bit behind Bruce's strategy and whatnot, but currently seven looking really good. Ty Majewski 6. Not a lot of shocks up here as front players.
Look at that 37 right there, nose to tail. Nice string of trucks. We're starting to see if they can make that bottom work or if the heated lot roll up to the top side, make any ground. A lot of this, Carson, is just about air. You don't want to be in that bad air. You can possibly have the truck versatile enough to move up high or lower to get away from the guy in front of you.
That's why we're in a place like Rockingham. It's not a smooth ride as we saw on board of the jet skis. You see the battle now with the 15 and Tanner Gray and Rajak Group, but this track isn't smooth. It's not easy to run the bottom. It's not easy to hit the bottom. It's not easy to move up, and it just has all these weird lines that you get run off of 4, you get run off of 2, and 2 gets tight. If you're on the top and everything, that it really allows you to move around and you can get some clean air. That's keeping these trucks close together.
There's Daniel Hemrick just out of the shot. First time we talked about him today, running in the 13th spot just behind this battle right here. Daniel, of course, got the win 2 weeks ago at Martinsville. There he is. Brandon Finger continues to lead the field here at the Rock. Lane Riggs behind him. We'll be back. 135 laps to go.
Southern New Hampshire University makes it possible for working adults and parents.
Surprised then you're still able to hold off Lane Riggs there.
Yeah.
To be a matter of time before he passes him.
SNHU, it's worth it in more ways than you can probably even imagine.
As you start that momentum, get that first class going, the rest just really falls into place.
For anyone that feels like college is impossible, I'm right there with you. But I can say today that it is possible because of SNHU.
Go to snhu.edu to get started.
So high and gateway.
Checkered, punch your ticket to the plate. And this spot was main stage.
You got what it takes. You got to take some of this place.
Every game, every play, every moment matters. Once you're in, anything is possible. All you gotta do is win. So you're there.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Hey, sweetie. Sweetie, you good?
Someone stole my Old Spice antiperspirant. Now I'm smelling like perspirant.
I did. Was 24/7 sweat protection.
You did this to my pits.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It is A game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter Hut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza. And new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
From the community in the campgrounds to the action on the track, there's something for everyone at Michigan International Speedway. The green flag will be flying all weekend long with free races and endless opportunities for a good time. Family-friendly entertainment meets race fans' need for speed from sunup to sundown. Kick off summer with a bang and discover why a NASCAR race in Michigan, take what you're baby, is anything but slow. Get your tickets today at mispeedway.com.
New leader.
Yep, I told you it was going to be better. Okay, how the heck did King Honeycutt was able to get the lead? Oh, they're showing it. Lane tried to get underneath that finger and keeps getting loose. And big run. So far, the racing has just been very, very, very good.
Honeycutt to the lead and going away a little bit. 34, keeping it tow, but now Garcia to third. As we've lost touch with that figure, he's fallen all the way to 6 now.
And you remember those 2 tires that King Honeycutt are working for him. Fast truck right now. But Jake Garcia, we talked about how good he was on the new tires at the start of the race. That adjustment looks like he's working good for him too, as he's got his truck up into the 3rd spot.
Really impressive right here for all of them. Corey Day currently 3 laps down with a right rear. Currently down pit road again. Just a bad day going. Where's Michael?
Yeah, you got to learn everything.
Oh, now he stalled it.
Oh, and look at Ben Rhodes. Remember the power steering issue? Yeah. He's off the track. They're working on that. Probably just wore his arms out. Man, it's too much of a job to do without power steering.
Heather, what's the latest on the 99?
Yeah, it's still battling that power steering. I think there might be air in the line of trying to get that power steering fluid back into that truck. I just saw the team run off of the pit box and told him to exit that track. The 99 is headed back to the garage, guys.
See, Rich Lucius is cruising there. Tough break for that. They look like contenders to start this day. Earlier with practice and qualifying.
That time by Jake Garcia and Corey Hahn, the fastest 2 trucks on the track. They're both solidly in the top 5. You can see here, 17 of Giorgio. He's having a great run. He's got a really fast truck and doing a good job.
Lane Riggs takes back the lead.
Bird in that 02 truck, black truck, got in the way of King Honeycutt, and that allowed the door to open up for Lane Riggs.
Riggs leads here for the 2nd time today. He won stage 1. Look at him setting sail. See you guys.
Honeycutt looks a little free or something to be able to not have him be able to run the bottom as good. And Nathan Bird just took that line away from him. And Lane Riggs, we talked about, that's super, super good on the bottom. Rolled by both.
Jake Garcia making his way forward. They made that big adjustment, fell back a bit, and he's moving forward as Lane Riggs continues to lead. We'll step aside, but you won't miss a thing.
First, we dropped in to tackle any job. Then we built the first muscle truck, then added the legendary Hemi engine. Ram has always powered American freedom. Now with our freedom of choice pricing program, visit your local dealer to choose your offer. Cash incentives or employee pricing for all. Because nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Get $6,500 combined cash allowance, plus current Chevrolet, Ford, and GMC owners get $1,500 bonus cash, or get employee pricing for all on select 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs for my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair at once for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best of it you get is Gillette Labs.
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world-famous Baja Chipotle sauce. Listen, that's the Baja Chipotle talking. No, it's actually me talking, but you know what I mean. Find your fresh with the new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway.
Welcome to Truck Country, where sweat becomes fuel, bumpers become bruisers, and pedals become pedestals. Where a future is written, one lap at a time, burned into history. Welcome to the NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series.
500 miles of asphalt, deep in the heart of Alabama, is the home of chaos and chance. Okay, we're gonna get the big one. It's here where
legends are made. April 27th on Fox.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Lane Riggs continues to lead here over Kate Honeycutt, Jake Garcia, back in third, Chandler Smith, and Corey Heim. Your top five, and guys, we've been watching, looking around, the movers, the comers, and the goers of this race so far.
Yeah, Connor Mozak had that problem early, got spun, hit the wall, top 10. Good solid rush for him. Stuart Friesen with the problems early, with starting in the rear, he's up to 13. So you got some good movers and shakers, and you got a lot of 2x2 racing. Look at this battle.
This battle 10 through 13 right here is Friesen's going to get one, maybe two, looking maybe to the inside, trying to clear that 71 of Raja Carruth, that HinderCars.com Chevy, side by side, going to continue fighting. It's going to be tough to stay side by side as Friesen's going to clear and click off one more spot up to 12.
Connor Mozak, you mentioned it, Michael. I mean, lap 3, the guy went around, and his truck has been that good. The team has stayed in it now, up to 10th. We see him right there, that hopeful 81. Tanner Gray just behind him.
Now, as racing goes, he turned around Daily Turning, 35 laps down, and he's in the top 10. You know, sometimes racing just doesn't seem fair to you, but you just race on.
We talked to Tanner Gray's crew chief in the show earlier, and obviously felt really good about their truck running 11th right now. Maybe not 100% the best day they would 100% want right now, but still looking pretty solid right now with plenty of time to adjust on that truck.
Final lap here. Stage number 2.
Yep, Lane Riggs still has the lead by 1.3 seconds.
Earlier, trying to hang on here to pick up stage win number 2.
Will doing his best to stay ahead of Lane. I don't think Lane's going to contest it too strongly. Pretty big lead over a second for Riggs as he comes to the
Stage 2 winner, Lane Riggs.
Goes in the air, it's going to feel good. This truck has been so quick, so they sweep the stages so far. Kate Honeycutt, Jake Garcia, they stay in that order. Chandler Smith and Corey Heim round out the top 5. Again, Lane Riggs, hang on and win it all. 110 laps still to go from the Rock.
Hey, grab more delectables. You know, that lickable cat treat.
Delickable delectables.
Yes, just hurry.
Must be delicious.
Delectables, lickable treat. Deliciously delectable delectables.
Jordan has 3 NASCAR Cup teams. 2311, owned by these two. This guy actually races for his team. And they both share the track with a team owned by Yup and this guy. 3 teams, 4 legends, all going after one car. Now you're up to speed. You in?
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bags and Junior Bacon Cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Bleeding is the worst. But now, there's Spruce. You'll see visible results in 1 hour and dead leads in 1 day. And it's safe for use around people and pets. Spruce, the new hardworking, worry-free weed and grass killer.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number. With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Well, a number.
Is it competitive?
Don't know about you. This time will come out.
I will be reducing the scholarship program to 3.
Oh, I'm like a legend.
It's a party.
Transform your water and live hydrated.
Yeah.
Care or live more with Liquid IV.
We put our heart into everything we do. We are farmers, bakers, florists, and makers who grow and create with a passion. 1-800-Flowers, share with love.
Why is Rick so good? So annoying.
Buttery, salty show-offs.
I love them.
Is that a smile?
This is a salty club.
Salty. You're gonna get us kicked out.
So?
It's butter, loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
Why are you wearing uncomfortable jeans when you could be wearing Mugsy jeans? One of our thousands of 5-star reviews said, these jeans feel like rolling around in a puddle of puppies. Head to Mugsy.com to get your first pair of the most comfortable jeans ever worn.
Tomorrow on Fox, Rating MVP Shohei Ohtani leads the Dodgers against Forrest Seager and the Rangers, or Nolan Arenado, and the Cardinals battle Juan Soto and the Mets. Check local listings for the game in your area. That's tomorrow, 4 Eastern, on Fox.
I could handle that Corey Seager name, but after that, Jamie, I think you did a really nice job of staying on top of things there.
Arenado.
There you go.
Nolan Arenado.
Fun to say.
The Cardinals got a lot of stuff going on Fox right now. NASCAR, IndyCar, NHRA, baseball. What else do we have? Horse racing. You're home for sports. Oh, look at this guy.
I love this kid's races on Fox.
I like his shorts. Look at him. Whole family's got one.
How fun is that? There's a sand mill right outside the racetrack. We showed it earlier. These boys are playing in the sand, having a good old time.
It's the Sand Hill region of North Carolina.
There you go.
You see the stage points on the screen. Lane Riggs, impressive 20. Kate Honeycutt, impressive 17. And I bet you this is a career day so far for Jake Garcia.
I started off strong with that pole. Now we'll see where they go with the strategy.
Really doing it on a big stage here in Rockingham.
Hey, all of them coming up here right
Time
now.
for pit stops for the second time, Amanda.
Chandler Smith comes back to that first pit stop here at Rockingham. He pulls into that team that he assembled back in January. It will be 4 tires for Chandler Smith as we take a look at that. But he told us that he's going better laterally. He's getting the splitter on entry. Todd?
Yeah, I spoke with the crew chief, Phil Gould, on the 45. He said Peyton got a little tight as that run went, but Phil feels like it was just the left front tire being wore out. The fact they only took 2 tires that stop. So 4 tires with no changes for Peyton Honeycutt. The 34 in Lane Riggs, he feels like the racetrack has stopped changing. They could make some adjustments, a little bit of air out of the right rear to give him some lateral grip in the back. Jamie?
Chandler Smith the first, Ben Carew, Kligerman, Daniel Henry.
Chandler Smith up 3 spots to the lead for him. We'll be back for the third and
Lane Riggs, 9 spots. Dang.
Lane?
Why are you screaming? Because you're screaming.
Are you hiding from used car shopping?
Yeah. What if I overpaid?
I get it. Nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but that's nothing to be afraid of.
Show me, Carbox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
Way better. Public?
Definitely. No fear, just Fox. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
That's new.
Join in, my friend.
What are you doing?
We are living la vida loca.
Do you mean the Dolce Vita? Is this your idea?
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita.
That's it.
Is this Las Vegas?
Yes. I'm confused. That is good.
Come on, let's go. Get off
Touchdown! Mountain! Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A-game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Here's the Hut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Save light. Save light.
Don't wait. Go to SafeLight.com and schedule now.
Save light repair. Save light replace.
What causes her? Doesn't Graves' disease or someone that talked to her?
I got somebody for that.
I think that's a new Graves' disease.
Alrighty, I'm back.
See the thought process here if they could take advantage.
Let's see if he can deliver a sucker punch and use that strategy to win this race.
Get on. I like it. With Brandon Jones, you see that one truck, I should say, had a loose wheel. That's where the
Wheel got away from him on pit road. Here it is.
Oh, that's trouble.
Tire sitting on pit road. The official goes and gets it. That means he will restart tail end of the longest line. So he's already back there a ways, so giving up a few positions there for that penalty.
There's no hiding that one, Michael. There's no trying to plead your case, right? It's pretty obvious, especially when we put those stickers on those tires.
We got the.
All right, we're going back green.
Also moving well up into the order with that strategy plays. This is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, various guys like we've seen. The 34 lane race going to be bit far on the bottom of the line. Them a little far back in traffic. Maybe making those trucks difficult to handle as you see Sammy Smith.
Welcome back.
Right behind him is Connor Bosak, who saw his problems earlier.
Yeah, we're used to seeing that 07 truck though up front.
That sun looks like it could be causing us some problems here as we race into the evening. Track's going to change too. I think it's going to cool off enough at the end of this race that maybe this track will change, and we'll see who that benefits as we go toward the checkered.
Yeah, it was interesting different philosophies. We heard Lane say
Here we go. Green flag back out. Caruth and Chandler Smith on the front row.
Restarts on the front row for the first time this season.
Bottom on the last restart, really strong run for Raja to be able to get through the gears.
Side by side down the back stretch.
Maybe help recover as they're side by side into three. With Raja on the inside, it would be a tough pass to pay off, but side by side still down through three.
God, it's so hard to hold that bottom. As you can see, Raja's currently going to open up.
They're right. Car Parker clear him and try to make a run on the bottom.
He's going to help be there for the 71, maybe help him out, but that's going to be a tough as Raja gets loose. Inside now, Clearman is clear to the lead, Chandler Smith.
Raja washes up to the outside.
Chandler Smith. Oh my! Oh, that could have been 4 wide. I'm not even kidding.
That's Lane Riggs.
Wow, what a battle!
Ooh.
Again, there's Lane Riggs in the middle. They're going to lose a lot of spots here as they're going to train
Wow.
on the outside.
Ooh.
Going to be able to get tucked right behind the 11 as the 81 way up the racetrack. That's going to help Lane Riggs recover right there.
Good grief.
Biggest loser right now, that 07 truck right in the middle of your screen, losing a lot of spots quick.
He got a little bit loose and slowed his momentum, and that hurt the 07 of Smith. Bozak continues to run way up there where no one else is. He's thinking he's wrecking, but he seems to be keeping pace with the field.
They got those tires dirty one time. They just up there, just making it worse and compounding. But we see back here Garcia, guys, the 98. Guys stuck in traffic. They have been in traffic this much all day as we see side by side the 17 teammates right here.
17, Gio
Ooh,
Ruggiero.
15 a little loose.
Huge wiggle, washes up the track, gives up.
That'll get your attention right there. That thing got away from him in a hurry.
There's contact in front. That was, I believe, Bozak again at some point. Dawson Sutton maybe. As you see, they're all sort of on top of each other. They got together.
Oh my! Oh my! Whoa! Sheesh! Sheesh! Well, looks like the 66 at the tire up. I can't even pronounce his last name.
Same.
Take evasive action, but going to be a tire rub on the 66 machine. And a lot of contact happening.
The 26 with problems.
I'm still telling him Billy Ice's lost one blood at this point because that last name sounds familiar.
Yeah, not for him to go 3 wide into turn 3. Not Rockingham.
Watch what Tyler Ankrum sees as he goes ahead. There's just trucks all over each other here. On board with the 18 here.
In case of Bozak not even enough space, not maybe a late call wide or something, but yeah, a lot of.
So far, this race is phenomenal. But that racing has been so good.
Able to corral these trucks.
You see, Luke Fenhouse gave up a lot of track position back in 20.
It's Luke Fenhouse.
Had a rub on that right front, but it looks like
That's how you pronounce his last name.
clearance itself. Let's hope that doesn't mean it rubbed up.
I think I've said this before. I do not like the idea that they got rid of the rookies trucks. I do not like that, in my opinion.
Nice little loose truck on turn 4.
So much going on Rory Heinrich there in the 11 truck was part of that. Gago moving forward. He's gotten up to 5th tonight, but guys, he hasn't been able to move past that. Hasn't led a lap yet tonight. It's been a lot about this man right here, Chandler Smith, as he continues to lead here. You see that led 13 of 107 laps tonight.
Chandler Smith trying to go back to back. He can do it.
He's driven off by just over a second. There's Daniel Hemrick using straight up cautions out.
Caution.
Hemrick
Who's
uses
it
a
for?
strategy to get those 2 tires. He's got the track position and he likes his truck.
Oh,
Ty Majeski.
Damage for our defending series champion, Ty Majeski. That brings out the 4th caution this evening. Wow, that's a big hit.
Yeah, that's going to be.
Dang,
What the heck? Ty Majeski took a big hit to the outside wall, it looks like.
Dang.
They haven't shown us the. Hasn't shown me the replay yet. Oh, that truck's done.
Yeah, it's done. It absolutely snapped that wood.
He was running 10th at the time of this impact. Take a look back here.
He's on the inside of Grant Enfinger, and we know how easy it is to get.
Okay, it's just side drafting.
And that's what.
Ouch!
Right rear out.
Big hit.
No air to lean on. That means a loose race truck, and it went around.
We've seen that before, Michael. Remember a few weeks ago, Martinsville just running.
Think that I'm not sure if Grant Enfinger even made contact. It looked like he did. It just looked like he came around on him and hit the outside wall hard, like. And all we're getting is. Oh.
Finished 33rd a week ago.
Yeah, Majeski did came up in the Enfinger, just came around.
Keep his truck out of the wall, but not the same time Majeski is that soda such truck is seeing better days right now.
You know how hard it is, Carson, when you're in that outside truck, you can almost sense that the guy below you is in trouble, and you just roll up and give him room so he doesn't take you with him. And I think he saw some heads-up driving there by Grant Enfinger doing just that.
A lot of experience in that integrated Enfinger machine, and just easily able to unwind the wheel. Unfortunately, been sort of a characteristic of Ty. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but when it does, unfortunately, it's on the inside of trucks. Just gets loose, tried a little bit too hard on entry, and just unfortunately, just the wrong side of it.
What are we going to do about this? Timely caution. You couldn't make it from here, and we know the tires don't fall off. 2 people come and get some gas.
I mean, if you're not up front, I think you definitely take advantage of it. But I think almost everybody potentially is going to be able to want to take advantage of it, right? Because you're not going to be able to flip it. Once the guys are good on fuel, they're going to stay out the rest of the day. Yeah, we're going to stay the rest of the day. So you're not going to be able to catch a yellow and hopefully flip them and get their tires and get back through the field. I think you're really going to see a lot of people come down. It's just now 2 or 4 or none.
Yeah, none might be the option too. But if you're going to come down and that's a call you kind of make on the fly. If you see a lot of trucks come in front of you, you might take 2 or just go tires off and gain track position. So these crew chiefs, these spotters will be reporting in what's happening, who's doing what, as these drivers make their way down pit road.
You have a lot of variables, right? Do you think it's going to go green for the 89 or what? There's so many different options.
They'll have a little bit more time to think about their strategy and what they do next when we come back after this.
Sheesh. Big hit. Yeah, the back 2 wheels came off the ground. Yeah, but you can tell that it's definitely a big hit.
Well, I just losing my last name made the Taco Bell noise.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
So, what's next?
Crafstman. What you build, builds you. Working. Nice open. Speedway. Where'd you get them?
Comeback.com. Man, I gotta get me one of those. Where'd you get it? Comeback.com.
Hey, Steve, man, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
Comeback.com. Exclusive deals for first responders, military, and law enforcement only at Comeback.com.
enormous chicken nuggets. Always enticing.
Some folks are drawn to open country. Others crave the loud roar of a high-performance exhaust. Some like both. We call them family.
Alright, stuck it. Let's go ahead for more citizens of the law. That's a great law.
He only listens to your tips.
Because it's my baby.
You gotta feed your mom. Feed it.
Eat it, eat it.
The consistency is everything. Scott's baby feed. The product is incredible. Look how thick my lawn is.
And a thick lawn is the enemy of weeds.
Our life is complicated. Our lawn,
Simple.
Kill existing weeds and thicken your lawn all spring with dirt builder weed and feed.
Feed it.
Feed.
Come on, let's go. Get off here.
Oh, the safe rebellious thing.
Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain!
Saturday, the Xfinity Series takes center stage for qualifying at 11:30 a.m. on the CWF before tackling the Rock at 4 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
and the red flag is out here at Rockingham with 89 laps to go, and that's because the turn 2 wall had some pretty significant damage. So they're working on repairing that. You see it there.
I broke
And
the
our
wall.
safety
Oh
team.
goodness,
I broke
yeah.
the wall once because of this.
That's a big impact.
So it's possible it happens. Here you see the driver getting some water from the safety team. There's the sucker punch truck. Isn't that nice when that shows up?
So nice when it shows up. And then we're so rude. We throw the water right out. Right when we're done, we don't wait for it to come back and throw it in the trash. We just litter and throw it on the ground.
Let's take another look at the impact that led to this red flag.
They squeezed up into the outside wall. We see so many trucks getting loose down in the bottom. And what happens is
Yeah.
you don't get into the wall.
Big hit there.
Right? On the way he was going in, you see it's kind of straight and tight diamond. And he's trying to side draft the 9 and kind of pull away, which ends up giving him a shallower entry and just has to put a lot of wheel. And the second you do, and the side draft or the side force comes off your truck, you have too much wheel and you're just not ready for it.
Watch this thing snap on him right there.
Yeah, right when he goes to add wheel, he's instantly trying to correct it back. And you're just already behind. You already got to be ready to go with your hands and already unwinding the wheel if you want to catch it. And
Such a helpless feeling when it goes wrong like that, because once it snaps, look at that impact. That tire's off to the ground.
So Ty Majeski is back in the garage. So is his teammate Ben Rhodes, who had power steering issues earlier.
And that crashed it.
Yep, Matt Crafton. He had the dash catch fire. Stephen Malazzi is off and in the garage as well.
And the wheel that all back together.
now right here, this is what I was talking about just before. This is the 26, just going to be coming in your screen now. 26 at 81. Hard at the outside wall, a little bit at the 81, but this is where that 26 of Dawson Sutton's right front got cut down, and potentially why Connor Bozak got behind on a spotter or got behind of where exactly he was, pitched those guys into 3, just trying to recover from getting into the wall again. I don't think anybody's gone higher than Connor Bozak for as many laps as he has so far.
Well, somebody pushed him up there in that case, because you can see the left side kind of used up on that 81. Friends of John
He somehow came out of it okay, because the 26 ended up down pit road, and that was maybe the 26 getting loose under him, and he got loose under the 44. Connor Bozak came out okay on both ends of it so far.
There's been a lot to stay on top of. Todd, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Dylan Capello, Lane Rick's crew chief. Dylan, you got another fast hot rod there. That F-150 looking pretty good, and your driver's wheeling the thing. We've seen him sideways a few times. What do you think you got for the end of this race?
Yeah, I think we got a good shot at it. The truck's been really good all day, kind of tasted a little bit in practice and took our best guess at balance-wise where we're going to fire off here. And he's been pretty happy with it, so just some small adjustments away from where he was really comfortable. So I feel really good about it, and we'll see kind of how the race plays out here in the closing laps.
You see that little grin going? He's got something up his sleeve.
Yes, he does. Dylan Capello. I like it. He's a racer himself. He still goes around all these weekends off. He goes out there and gets it done himself.
Yeah, obviously super young, but seems like a real winner. Even when he goes and races, I remember seeing him win somewhere or another. But yeah, I mean, honestly starting to turn into the guy that a lot of teams are fighting for or fighting against or keeping their eye on. They're able to do a lot with that 34 truck.
You want to be like Charles tonight, who did that call to go cup racing. We'll step aside as work continues on the turn 2 wall.
Some folks are drawn to open country. Others crave the loud roar of a high-performance exhaust. Some like both. We call them family.
My moderate to severe Crohn symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Sky Risen.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief in 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped physically improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years. Don't use the allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 biological Crohn's disease.
Okay.
They still under the red flag?
I'm doing on commercial right now. But yeah, just still on the red flag.
Yeah, I'm making my nachos right now.
Although I said Chinese food.
Comes from solar and wind investments to help make the food that powers your pet. Purina cares here and here. Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. The world is in constant motion, and you have places to go. Enterprise has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get just the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard in the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
12 amateur survivalists compete in the extreme wilderness.
I don't understand this.
But their fate is out of their hands.
Oh, we can hear it.
For $250,000, do you push your family to win or push the button to extract?
Our survivalists are out there. We are playing a game in here.
I'm not hitting the button.
Extracted. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Close in Carolina. Michael, you know something about this. Pinehurst, we're right up the street.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful part of the state of North Carolina, the Rockingham Speedway, just 20 miles away, Pinehurst, number 2, all the wonderful courses that are there. The 2024 U.S. Open last year, Bryson DeChambeau got to win. And then I think you're going to see who the real winner is in this next picture. That's me and this colleague playing a little golf down in Pinehurst and just enjoying some good times down there.
So beautiful.
It's just the perfect part of the world. Tranquil, peaceful, and then you go 20 miles up the road. We got race trucks going every which way.
Love to be here, especially this time of the year. It's beautiful. Carson, you don't strike me as a golfer.
No, what did you shoot?
I shot a 79 on Wednesday. Thank you, Brandon Suggs, for the Venmo.
I think I was like 179 if I went so.
You just drive 179. You think the golf.
Everything's working out just fine for you, buddy.
I got a high score, and I thought it was good.
You're doing good here today. Happy to have you with us. Well, they're working on the wall. The turn 2 wall got knocked out. You saw what happened, a big impact by the 98 of Time and Jesky. So they're working on that. Our pit reporters are covering all things. And we're back rolling. So that is a great sign. You know, this safer barrier was actually installed back in 2011. You see the repair right there. 2011, they installed that in order to get the truckers back to Rockingham.
Yeah, that's an innovation that many race car drivers and their families are so thankful that NASCAR invested in and made work. You know, a lot of people talk about the the safety inside the truck, as you see here on board with Tyler Ankrum with the headrest and the hip neck restraint. But for me, the first time I ever hit the safety,
Okay, they're back under caution.
that was the biggest
Yeah.
in my world.
The pits are open, and like what you talked about, that this opens up that window. They can pit here and be done for the race.
And if I don't have track position, I'm definitely doing that right now. And I'm a little bit surprised. There's a lot of trucks that did take advantage of that because of the fact that we haven't seen the fall off the tire. Just get to the tire. We're not running out of the tires. So the strategy going on right here is going to be good for our broadcast because you're going to have a lot of different guys going in different directions.
Yeah, the highest guy that came down pit road 6, Parker Clearman. We've seen him take 2 tires all day long. Finally able to put 4 on it. Grant Enfinger, one of those, he was 9th, and the next were 13, not back. So a lot of mixture of guys, but all kind of pushing back. Or, like Parker Clearman, he needed a reason to be able to come in and take some tires.
Well, we saw that big impact by Ty Majeski. He's out of his truck and with Amanda.
Yeah, Jamie, Tom Majeski here in reflection outside of the Care Center. We talked a little bit off camera about the video of your in-car and how the wheel snapped. What could you have done different, Ty?
Yeah, obviously this place is narrow. Hard racing at the end. We're, giving each other quite a bit of room early on, and then that room kind of goes away when we get to the last stage.
That was a big hit, man.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I can't really blame Grant.
Yeah.
He helped me tight. Obviously took the air off my right side. Just embarrassed, honestly. This last 3 weeks really isn't who I am as a driver. I feel so bad for everybody at Thor Sport, Duke Ronda. I just need to be better. So, apologize to Soda Sense, and they're a great partner, and we're gonna ride the ship here. We got a lot of races left of the season, so obviously got wretched and really embarrassed myself. So need to ride the ship here and on to Texas.
We'll see you in Texas, champ.
Thank you.
Yeah, the champion taking this one hard. And we've seen this story before where he's down in the dumps, has a string of bad races, and then he turns it around. He did it last year, comes out and wins the championship.
Pretty honest and self-critical right there, obviously. But, yeah, he works on the trucks himself. He's there. So we see the first 3 versus the last 3. Obviously a big difference there. But, running up front at Martinsville and Wreck leading, right? Or Wreck battling for lead and then end up wrecking here. Just a tough stretch of races that I'm sure they'll bounce back up. And these aren't their best tracks, right? Martinsville obviously really good, but when we get late into the year, those short tracks tend to get 3 or 4 at a time, and that's really where they show up the best, and that's where they're able to take.
Yep, we're going green next time.
On that momentum.
Taylor Smith chose the top as he got to the choose zone there. We're coming back to the green flag, so we'll see him roll from the top. See if that works again. Daniel Hemrick on the front row with him.
Todd?
Yeah, I just spoke with his crew chief, Josh Graham, and last pit stop, they took right side tires, but Josh said they're 30 laps short on fuel. So you can expect them to get down to the end of this race and probably only take 2 more tires. Because of that, they're not going to need a full tank of fuel.
Just a splash on Todd or half a tank, and I'm really enjoying right now the different strategies, and I'll really enjoy when I see who is the right one, because there's definitely going to be a play that's going to make a difference in the outcome of this race.
Yeah. Look who's lined up right behind the 19 of Tyler Ankrum. Corey Heim. And I just
you mean Daniel Hemrick? Because
this is the best he's been. So what can he do here?
Am I?
As we'll wait for green flag once again.
Yep, Daniel Hemrick. Green flag back out. Hemrick out front still. Here comes
Jesus.
Smith to the outside.
What type of hit did he take? Jeez.
Right. Side by side.
Such a great battle for the 2 right now. The 38 and the 19, the winners of the last 2 races. If one of them wins this race or is the highest finishing driver, they will take home $150,000 from the
Kind of like the dash for cash. Oh, caution's out. Oh my! Stuart, that truck is destroyed. Holy cow!
What happened?
Strategy, Michael, is going to put us.
How did he did that much damage?
Those guys that just did it might have a free stop. Those guys are going to be able to hopefully make it here that just pitted.
Whatever that is, that looks bad. That looks bad. Like, that actually looks bad.
Friesen, I think a few others involved. Matt Mills there, that's going to end his night. Good to see the window net down. Really, really hard hit. As Friesen, we saw a really quick snap, free moment. I'm sure there was contact with how aggressive that thing snapped, but we saw it quick out of our screen, lost sight of it, and then all of a sudden
Jeez, that looks.
clearly bounced off.
I'm not going to say it kind of looks just as bad as what happened at Bristol last week in the Xfinity race, but I mean,
I couldn't see Jamie who snapped first, but it was an abrupt move.
that was
And the
horrible.
outside wall was
Well, he's all right, but
No, I'm a little wondering how they even see that much damage out though.
yeah.
Tough days at
Out of the wall earlier, the team went to work. They fixed up their truck. They had a good race going, and now it's just destroyed.
And not surprisingly, we know how hard they are to drive when you're down on the bottom and you lose that air on your side. And as these restarts take off, Carson, then the
Oh, it wasn't that
it was going
bad.
to get more and more aggressive, like you heard.
Except before he threw smacking the
I can't
wall.
blame Grant. He didn't do anything. He just took up a little bit
It's
more
the
space.
sled
And I
that that
think that's just
fender
gonna continue
on.
to escalate.
Absolutely. The air is moving around. It's good to see everybody getting out. Obviously, a lot of hard hits. We're going to see a replay here. Let's take a look. Stuart Friesen on the bottom.
Let's see.
That's gonna
Let's
be
see what
awesome.
happens.
Focusing on the 42. Matt Mills going to roll maybe to the right rear
The
here.
42 side came that hand.
Oh, yeah, Carew got loose, and then, yeah.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Stewart got a tight moment. Got
Wasn't, yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just the impact and I think the flat tire.
How did sled that slut that badly?
Yeah, it's yeah, because of the flat tire. That just, it's like a chain reaction.
No, I never seen a fender from a hit like that sled that much.
Yeah. Goodness. Ruth lost it, and then Stuart Friesen, Tanner Green.
Tyler Ingram in the dirt, realizing that, not panicking, turning right out of the grass. You see Tanner Grace trying to keep throttle down, just spinning around, stuck in the dirt. But Connor Bozak barely avoiding it again. And unfortunately, I mean, you could have involved 6-7 pretty good trucks here that have fuel to make it. That could be factors here. That could have had their night wiped out right here. Is where I'm going Tyler Ingram to see what he sees. Could be a really,
He's going to see it last moment. Watch this decision. I'm going to go right. He didn't have any idea what was ahead. He had to make that split-second decision. Look at that.
Doing it for Dale.
That's awesome, Carson. Your jacket makes me so happy, and that uniform makes me so happy.
they know they're up. That's awesome.
See the drivers involved in this most recent wreck. And it is red flagged for the second time this race. A lot of fluid on the racetrack, a lot of cleanup. As that continues, we will step aside. Some different pictures of fans. I like it.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
I love dirt, especially in spring.
Here's Martin Stewart talking about dirt again.
Well, this is my favorite time of year.
We do the same thing every year. Organic soil, potting plants, eating everything. Really love it.
And I'm going to get incredible results.
Sick.
Go through.
Show up.
Nachos are done.
Running man on it's an American institution. I host of American on Monday from Hollywood Heights, Heartland Horror. With nearly 1,200 spots in 45 countries. The record continues. America's Most Wanted is back this Monday on Fox.
In just 1 year, I have over $900 in baking fees. I
how much money I can save. That's when I found Chime, and I signed up immediately. There's no overdraft, no monthly fees, and over 60,000 fee-free ATMs. Just by taking the Chime, I'm saving hundreds of dollars a year, and I'm using that extra money for my daughter's future. For a normal guy like me, I'm giving myself a small raise. Join me at Chime.com.
Choose one appetizer and two entrees. Applebee's famous 2 for $25 is new to sizzling skillets and steak. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series live from Rockingham. Jamie Little, Michael Waltrip, and Carson Hosev are with you. Todd Bodine and Amanda Cusick off the road. Well, it's been an exciting race. There's been a lot to follow. The pits are open now, and we have some takers, Amanda.
Casey Chambers has come into his pit stall number 1 here at Rockingham, and man, he looks to go back to back in race wins. He's had quite a season, but he's just telling that team, I need better front turn.
19th Daniel Edwards coming in. Needs about 4 seconds to cool. I believe they're going to put tires on here. Last time in there, we took right side.
Yep, there they go.
Really have to give it up for good. You know, they've come to this new track and haven't been here so many years, and they've built a tire that these teams can mix up the strategy with. They can take two. They can just get gas only. I love this.
Yeah, big winners that were the ones that got the free pit stop earlier. But yeah, a lot of left side tires, no tires, fuel only. Interesting to note though, Corey Heim didn't pit the first time and didn't pit again. Very interesting. He's going to be really light on fuel. Not sure the game plan here, but he's alone on his own island right now. He's going to refire for the lead.
Yeah, Michael, you gave a shout out to Goodyear, and it was well deserved. These tires are really bulletproof. And right now, you guys are talking about left side. The only reason they need to put left sides on is to get a little grip back, maybe change the handling of their trucks. Wear is absolutely not an issue on either the left or the right. So great job, Goodyear.
You got that right.
What Goodyear brought here, the right side is the same that we ran in Burlington and Miami earlier this season, and the left side same for Bristol last week. So they put it together and hit an attaboy all around.
What an interesting top 5 right here. You know, Andres Perez, Ruggiero, Edfinger, Heim. A lot of mix of strategy, but a lot of mix of new contenders and players.
Let's take a look now at what's around the turn. A lot more racing action. We talked about Fox being your home for it all. NASCAR Talladega next Sunday, April 27th. That's at 2 Eastern. And HRA from Charlotte on Sunday, April 27th as well. Following race.
What about Tony Stewart?
Oh my gosh.
Wins the top fuel. He wins in everything he does, and that's just a great story.
Sign car from Rockingham. What a beautiful facility that is.
Really enjoy the IndyCar coverage on Fox.
So Corey Heim still leading, or Ben is now your leader.
A little bit of strategy. Gio Ruggiero, his teammate at Tricon, just behind him, Brandon. Last pin on that 112. You see the lap number that he last pitted on. Pylon.
Couple Toyotas leading the way.
As of right now, Corey Heim's my championship pick. As of right now.
Here comes the Toyotas of the last one.
Big crash and all. I mean, he's had all over the place. Started 16th, 23rd, 22nd, and now 4th. And the two guys in front of him can't make it. I mean, realistically, he's second. And how about Andres Perez? Talk about him just learning all day long. And the 77. She saw him in the now into the top 5. Done a really good job so far. And just always tends to find himself in the right spot. Did the same thing at Martinsville, able to get a top 5 there, or a really good strong effort. And Daniel Heinrich, first one off pit road. We saw fuel only right here. 6 right now. That 19 truck starting to come into his own a little bit here. Not 100% perfect with the raw speed yet, but doing a really good job of keeping that truck up front.
There you see Caden Honeycutt, the 45 fast truck all day long. He kept it up toward the front. And we'll be a factor before this thing's over.
Chandler Smith just behind him with 23 laps tonight. Certainly been a contender. Won last week, trying to back it up with another win in a row as we see the choose right there.
Choose it up, Jamie.
It looks like high. Nice. The outside.
Zero kicks the bottom. We always have to say winners choose front row. Granted, you want to be with your teammate at times, but 0-0 able to take the front row. We've seen the bottom win for 50% of the time so far. It's been hit or miss depending on the push. I really like Endinger's pusher, and that's, as long as Zero can get to the box and do the restart, I think that's a good deal.
But watch that 17 truck for Zero. We know how aggressive he is. We know he's a rookie and how experienced he is. He's in a bind right here. If he tries to get into turn 1 too deep, that thing could get loose. We've seen it happen before. It'd be interesting to see what the young racer is able to do.
Take a look at that damage, Michael, on that right rear quarter Zero. Very good. I was just saying, very rarely is damage good. That's exactly what they build these for. That when they hit the back bumper and flares that right rear fender out, that's exactly how they want. And there's a lot of race tire force that could help them out on this restart.
He's going to need every bit of it, Jamie.
There we go. A Toyota Pace truck about ready to take that left. You see the 11 warming up his tires a little bit. The sun slowly going down here at Rockingham.
Here we go.
77 laps to go in the long.
Green flag.
Corey Hine, Gio Ruggiero, side-by-side teammates.
Corey Hine. Really wide.
Able to make that work and get it clear. 77 able to keep that momentum moving.
Such a handful of these restarts. What's going on?
Honeycomb loses a couple of positions there. Jake Garcia going forward. He was the pole sitter.
Nice run for Jack Wood just outside the top 10, racing there with Honeycutt at 91 truck. Luke Finhouse all over the places. Jake Garcia still on the bottom against Perez.
Battling for like outside top 10 Perez and Garcia.
Easily here and move into the 7th spot and continue moving forward.
Garcia's led the most laps of this race, 43 early on when he started from the pole. Then Jack Wood, the nice run when he needs a good run. And today could be it, just outside the top 10.
Behind it, Brandon Jones had that loose wheel, able to have a little bit of a battle right now for 12 from Sandy Smith. The one of Brandon Jones, haven't talked about him all day, able to start moving forward and try to put him at least into the picture here.
Last caution was for that hard hit by Stuart Friesen. He's been released. He's with Amanda.
And he walked over to our interview and said, man, my truck was fast. And Stuart, with all the effort that went into getting this truck back and ready for this race, it looked like you were pinched there by Raja. What was your perspective?
Yeah, no, just big thanks to all my guys. Trying to go wide open, ball wide, kiss the wall, and they did a really good job putting it back together. It was just as fast as I ended practice. And we're just trying to find our time. Saw Raja get loose and tried to check up as much as I could, and got run over. So it's what it is. I mean, I'll tell you, the last 2 weeks, we've had really fast trucks, but it really makes me question all this headaches even pre-work. That's what I want to do my whole life, race at this level. And the top 2 series are not in my lifetime. So this is what I live and die for.
That's hurt. He's a racer. He's probably going to race somewhere in New York or up in the Northeast tomorrow night, Sunday night. That's what he does. That's what he loves. But that just tells you how passionate these guys are about what they get the opportunity to do. And when it goes bad, it just hurts. It hurts that bad.
Michael, just last month we were talking about him. He came so close to winning over Kyle Busch in Atlanta. He's had 3 top 10s this year. I felt like they've been off to a solid start, but like you said, he's just brokenhearted right now, and his team just endured today.
Passion and emotion right there. I think that a lot of it came out. He's going to go on to next week. He wins. I'm sure he has a little bit of a different mindset. I'm sure.
Winning makes everything better, doesn't it?
Winning makes everything better, and you start playing by different rules. You start doing a little bit of everything, right? So it's been a little bit of a longer stretch for Stuart, and we're going to deal without that.
Wow, fastest truck right there, the 11. Ran 23 flat. And also, Gio Ruggiero is keeping pace with them as well. I just don't see any way they're going to go. We talked to a lot of the teams, principals, and they said maybe 95 laps with enough caution, but I haven't heard anything about 106 laps, no matter how many cautions. So I don't think they can make it. But you get out and lead and start rolling off that gas, maybe you get some better mileage and make it happen.
Yeah, the top two are currently short 10 laps, Michael. That's not enough. I mean, we're going too fast. You can't save enough fuel. They need a yellow or something. So, really just kind of on their own island. Not sure 100% the game plan here. As we've seen, it's very difficult to pack. But right now, the battle could be, this 18, the 9, and the 38.
So highlighting.
And now battle. Roger really saw a big moment. This is battle 12, 13, to 14 by the screen.
And that's why it's so fun, because everywhere you look around this racetrack, there's battles. There's guys that are running up to trying to hug the bottom that you see here with Brandon Jones versus Brana. Great battle.
What a comeback for Brandon Jones. He had that penalty earlier in the road. One of his tires got away from him, had to restart at the tail end, and he's moving forward, going in the right direction. 13th right now for Brandon Jones. Just behind him, Roger Carew.
And just behind him, Connor Mozak. And JP talked about all the stuff he's been through. And he's still trucking right along right up in the top 15, trying to chase this three-way battle down.
The tone of the race, I feel like, changed a little bit with so many different agendas that some guys need a yellow, some guys don't, and some guys need to just be able to take care of their truck and know they're going to be able to get more spots sitting there, biding their time, and letting the race play out because they know some guys can't make it.
Well, Corey Knight is not saving fuel right now. Just ran his fastest lap of the race. So they've got some game plan. Just have to wait and see if it plays out here.
The only thing I could bet is they were just betting on a bunch of yellows right in a row. You got a few yellows right back to back. You knew you were going to cycle. You weren't cycling back to lead. You knew some guys got a free pit stop on you, and they just said, whatever. Let's make sure we keep this car in clean air. And if we get 2 or 3 yellows right back to back like we've got, that's going to give us enough fuel. It's just not working out like that right now, but we still got 62 laps left.
He just ran a 23 flat. The lap before he ran a 22.90, so tire fall off isn't happening. So if there is a caution with 50 to go and he comes and gets gas and tires, I don't see how he's going to be able to fight his way through the field. We've got 17, 18 trucks right now on the lead lap. He'll have to be behind some of those if he was to pit.
Yep.
You saw that on the graphic on the screen. Corey Hyman is now led in every race this season. The 2-time winner leads here at Rockingham. We'll step aside. You won't miss a thing.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the attention, the celebrity.
There's Brandon Jones.
The bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
This is like a miniature 1.5 mile track, if I have to say.
Yeah.
Like a mini Kansas or a mini Las Vegas or
that's
something.
Really what Rockingham is. And it's much better.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
So far, the race has been very good. Like, very good.
So, what's next?
Craftsman, what we build, builds you.
Subway's got a new meal of the day. Chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, you get a foot long for only $3 more. Big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Welcome to more where that came from. More back-to-backs. More epic last laps. More stripes. More short fuses. More bumps and bruises. Star Showdown. More hardly and hard stoppers. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR. UFL Friday fights like
Jesus.
Right now, get Fox Nation for just $2.99 a month. Sign up and start streaming today. Welcome to home. No matter who you are, you'll leave with something you'll never forget. Welcome to NASCAR.
Welcome back to Rockingham. The storyline continues to lead as we have 54 laps to go in our return to the Rock. 12 years, fellas. We're back here racing. It's a beautiful night. It's packed. The fans are loving it.
And we talked at the beginning of the show about strategy, Jamie, because of these wonderful Goodyear tires. When do you get gas? When do you get tires? And it's all playing out just like that. I'm so intrigued about what Corey Hine and Joe Gerald are going to be able to do. They're going to run out of gas. They can't make it. They got to be a solid.
Yeah, because they haven't pitted. That's why they're going to have to.
And the driver's seat, top of that. What's the report from down yonder?
So unfortunately, unless something crazy happens, Corey Haim isn't going to win this race. Unfortunately, like I said, unless something crazy happens.
You can get that, right, Carson?
Yeah, you can get that. You can't get the 10 so laps right here. You see the truck ahead that's coming right there, lap truck right there. But clean racetrack right now. That's going to help him be able to not have to overwork those tires, not to do anything. This is basically your winner of the race. If this goes green, if nobody catches it right, this is the battle for the win. We're not really focused on the 11 and 17.
Tyler Ank. Oh, Tyler. Didn't Tyler Ankrum at the start of the race start horribly?
I think so. No,
Yeah, I think he started horrible. What a way would it be if he would win this race then? I don't remember when the last time he won. Like,
I think he. Oh yeah, he was in that first leg, I believe. I think.
All I remember is him winning at Kentucky in 2019. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah.
He's got a little bit more cushion, 7 more laps of cushion on his fuel tank. So keep your eye on number 38 again this weekend.
So coming in, we talked about the fuel window being between 80 to 82 laps. So right now they're looking at Tyler Ankrum stretching it to 88. So he needs a little bit of help, like we talked about, backing it down, doing all the things.
But they don't ever tell you the truth. They tell you 80 to 82 or 3, and they probably are thinking more like 88 to 92. So he's got to feel okay about it.
Luckily, I feel those laps are under yellow that he got to hopefully save and do everything. And, when he catches a lap truck down the straightaway, hopefully he's using the draft correctly and lifting a little bit, not running those RPMs too hard. And, there's so many things he can do. Lift a little earlier, squeeze the throttle a little bit. And he knows defense is important, but he can't let, he's got a 1.6 something lead right now to Chandler Smith. That's an important gap because he can't let him get too close getting that draft and then start having a race. He's got to be able to stay fuel now and have it later when they can go.
See it right there in the pylon, last pit lap. 94 for our Corey Haim and Gio Ruggiero. Behind him is Tyler Ankrum, is who we're talking about. Chandler Smith right behind him, last pitted on lap 119. So a little bit more to the good.
From pit road, Jamie, that this truck can go about 20 more laps. Be looking for a caution between now and then to get to pit road. Because if there isn't, it's going to be
uphill battle.
A game changer for this team. And how did you spoke about Chandler Smith's a little over a second deficit? Well, he shrunk that. He's got it down under a second now.
Well, this could have been the yellow at one point for how aggressive everybody's being right back here. A few guys on different laps and different strategies. You see Rockingham Cruz on the bottom there, currently in the 12th spot. But yeah, just very interesting strategy from the 11 and 17. Like, I just don't. I'm a little bit confused of, just really high risk for a little bit of reward of just having a mere caution come with great when you need it, or a few cautions even. For how good that 11 truck is, just could be a really big missed opportunity of a race-winning day if it doesn't work out this way.
Corey Haim just continues putting down fast lap after fast lap, not backing down at all.
No, not at all. It's super fast. The 23, 26, compared to the next best in the 40s, next best in the 70s and 80s. So super, super fast lap. This is going to be really important if that yellow does come out, because he could lap all the way to 10th before he pits. But if the hourglass is running out very, very quickly, you see him in the track and running super, super competitive lap times. stronger than the field, even in traffic. But, man, that hourglass is slowly running out, or very quickly running out, I should say.
What a great handling truck. We knew he'd be part of the story, Jamie. We thought the biggest story today was the fact that he qualified poorly because we knew that he would race into contention. And a guy that qualified great, Jake Garcia, getting another position. That time off Grant Infinger. He's up to the 6th spot.
Yeah,
But that's why I have him. Corey Haim's my championship pick as of right now.
Day for that 13, having a career day, in my opinion, the best we've seen him run. And with all this, teammates having misfortune, right? To be able to be the guy. I think if you pick one Thor Sport truck to have the best day here, I'm not sure if Garcia would have been the name a lot of people would have said, and really proven those everybody here that he can drive a racetrack.
And if you do it at a place like Rockingham, I mean, the show-up racetrack, that's just really, really an impressive run that he's having. Being able to keep that truck so fast, look at him driving the heck out of it. A little bit loose there as he laps Timmy Hill. But last time by, he was the fastest truck on the track, was this 13 of Jake Garcia.
Guys, we talked about Corey Haim and running up front. He has 2 wins this year, but arguably he could have 4 wins right now. He's heartbreak a couple times. Michael, let's take a look back.
Yeah, I remember Holmes said he had electrical problems.
He's leading the field.
Or his truck just shuts off.
Shutting off.
And it shut off a couple times, and he still was going to win the race. But the 3rd time, it hit him, and he was just like, what else are we going to do? And then Martinsville, dominant truck, flat tire late after some contact in the outside wall. So that's he's won 2. That's another 2 that were his races because he was that strong.
And then now you got here, right? Like leading the race, strong truck. He wasn't strong early, but obviously able to have a monster pace out front right now. 2.2 on his teammate and 9.7 seconds on 3rd in the rest of the field. And we're talking as if, he's needing a miracle almost, or a very, very tight caution. And we're not just saying, man, look at that 11 go off in the sunset.
Well, he's now led the most laps in this race, 45 and counting. The question is, when will Corey Haim come into pit?
This is the guy that I'm interested in. I've talked about the fact that Chandler Smith was closing on him and he was rolling off the gas. I think he's stepped back on it because the last couple of laps he's been able to put some more distance between he and Chandler. So that's good for this 18 team. He's on quite the winless streak since his win at Kentucky. It's been 130 races. Kentucky in 2019.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that was the last time he won.
Fuel mileage, yeah, a little bit. Sort of similar story here. So he knows how to get it done when fuel seems to matter. So hopefully he's doing everything right inside that truck because it's been a while since he's been in the contention to win and currently leading on his cycle.
Hey, 4 top 5 finishes for this driver right here. Really clicking.
Oh,
that's not
going to help.
Close up Matt Crafton on the track. His issues earlier. His dash was on fire, yet he's still out there clicking laps off.
That puts Chandler within a second right here. This is your gap right there into your screen. That white truck at the 38, now behind the 88. That's going to help bring Chandler Smith into the equation. And all Tyler Anker's crew, I'm sure they're watching. They're not watching out front. They're not watching any other truck except the truck we're watching on our TV monitors right now.
There you see the battle that could very well be for the win of this race if the caution doesn't fly. That's a pretty big if, though. We've talked about how tight things are and how tough this track is. Don't think that a caution isn't out of the question.
Corey Haim just put Connor Mosnack a lap down, so we're back to 13 trucks on the lead lap. All but going to lap the Jack Wood here in a lap or 2, so that put 12 on the lead lap. So if that yellow does come out, he'll be coming down pit road with new tires. One restart, one really good restart. He kind of gets into the top 10. He wouldn't be out of it by any question, by any means, but they're going to need it now or really quickly because, he's just going to need all the laps he can get when that restart doesn't happen.
Michael, don't you say hope is a strategy?
It is, and we're hoping right now. We're hoping for a caution. We're hoping for it really soon because our is on. We know we're running really low on fuel and just kind of have some. It needs a break here if he's going to win the race because, as Carson said, caution flies now. I think he still can win the race. Think about this. We talk about how the tires have fallen off, but well, they're running around a 32.5-second lap now. They were all the way down, or excuse me, a 23.5-second lap now. They were down into the 2290s on fresh tires, so they will make a difference now that they have this many laps on their tires.
I mean, we're hoping, right? You see the 11 crew getting ready to go at any moment they call him down pit road. But we've talked about the truck racing being so clean. There's so many consecutive matters.
Heim's coming to road now.
11 truck down there right now. Going to relinquish the lead to Gio Ruggiero.
It's just a matter of time for him. He's on the same strategy. 29 laps to go here at Rockingham. The leader is pitting. Corey Heim gets the countdown. Todd?
Yeah, unfortunately, that hourglass ran out for Corey Heim. Loves his truck, no adjustments, just 4 tires and fuel.
They're having the tire.
I am really shocked they put tires on. I would have figured they maybe would put just fuel and trying to make that stop as slow as possible to see two as he rolls off. Gio Ruggiero going to be down pit road as well. Tyler Ankrum now to the lead, and now we get to see the battle we've been talking about.
This could play out just as you guys have been talking about. What a moment it would be for Tyler Ankrum. It's been a long time, Michael. You just mentioned it, 130 truck races.
That truck is as good as it's been all day. You can see Tyler really hugging the bottom of the racetrack. Last time by, he beat Chandler. They're in about the same lap time, but Chandler's down by a second and a tenth.
So if you're Tyler Ankrum spotter here, all you're going to be wanting to say is lap times. I'm sure, every driver's different. Everybody wants their different preference. But right here, you're just trying to match lap times. You're trying to give your driver confidence. You're staying your lap time. Chasing you is, he just picked it up, but so did Chandler. All right, 51 to a 52. That's right now the speed. 100 better advantage day. You're just reminding him. You're pumping him up, giving him the biggest confidence you can. You're 26 laps, 26 qualifying laps. That's all I need from you. And we just can't give up 1.1 seconds. We can give up 100 here and there. We just can't make a big mistake behind lap traffic and give up 610. Bring it to us. Bring it to us.
This is a big moment, and if he wins, even bigger, obviously. But talking to Tyler Ankrum, and he talks about, what it meant for Christian Eckes to move on to the Xfinity Series. They lost Charles tonight, the crew chief. He goes cup racing with Bubba. He said, we lost a lot of people at our team. Yet we bring in Daniel Hemrick. We have to rebuild the 19. He said, we thought maybe we'd be behind because it's hard to find people that want to come in and work at this level. But they did, and they haven't skipped a beat. We talked about how good he's been. You see Corey Heim back on track, slicing and dicing, trying to make up some time.
He's a lap down, Jamie, so he's got a lot.
First car one down, though, so he's 13th. But
got a long way to go, though, and 24 laps to get it done. That's not a lot of time, but just setting
And
that
hey,
story
man,
for
especially, especially how quick these lap times go by.
Yeah.
We talked about how tough this racetrack is. It's got to be a real motivating feeling for him right now to be able to get out there and mix it up.
Tyler Ankrum opened the gap just a little bit. He's now down to up to 1.5 seconds.
Somehow get there. Doesn't matter what. Just keep your truck in good tack. Be able to avoid wrecks like he did. But just be smart. Just be able to complete all the laps and be there at the end and take advantage and be able to run good laps when it matters. So that's what he's been able to do at multiple different tracks. And he's starting to see the results pay out and doing it again here at a really, really difficult racetrack.
Andres Perez, the Argentine champion last year, doing a really nice job for Mexico City, Mexico. He was a truck champion down there. Been racing full-time here in America. Having the race of his career today.
I think so. It's impressive to do it here at Rockingham.
Ankrum ran a 10th better than Chandler right there. Able to run a 6.0 to a 71.
As the leader crosses the line, we've reached our Craftsman.
20 laps left
to go. Tyler Ankrum leads Chandler Smith.
Tyler Ankrum, Jamie, is saying, I don't want to see it cross. I've got this thing in the back. He's been able to put about a second more on Chandler Smith, who's chasing him, and just running really smooth lap times. Right where he wants to be right now. That sun's beginning to set here at Rockingham.
As we count down the laps to the end of this one, 19 laps to go. We're going to step aside. You won't miss a thing. Side by side.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy. And every time they told me to Danny Hamlin. But Danny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after one cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
It's nothing. You've got new bounty. It's 2 times more reps often, so you can use less. And one sheet holds up better while ordinary regrets fall apart.
Get more done with one bounty. The quicker picker up.
What's better
All
than a
right.
limited time deal?
I have to
And
turn on my
unlimited
face
time
cam.
deals. That's why the $5 piggybacks
Oh.
and cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Welcome to Truck Country, where sweat becomes fuel.
All right. What? No, no.
Become bruisers, pedals become pedestals. Where a future is written, one lap at a time, burned into history. Welcome to the NASCAR Crafstman Truck Series. Fox Saturday Baseball is back. Ready to rock with a new year. After a historic start to the season. Shows in Kentucky and the star-studded Dodgers look to stay high as they take on Corey Seager and the Rangers, or Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals take on Juan Soto and Alolan next line. Oh my goodness! Saturday at 4 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to
Chandler Smith is down to 1 second.
to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
Welcome back to Rockingham Speedway. While we were away, you saw nothing has changed up front. Tyler Ingram continues to lead over Chandler Smith, Lane Briggs, Jake Garcia, and Grant Enfinger, your top 4.
Perez is on pit road. Wonder what happened.
Perez had to come down pit road for a splash and go. Was knocking on the door for his first top 5.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, obviously, for Andre. It's a little shock for me, something. But, you know, maybe he didn't 100% know how to save fuel, 100% the experience level and whatnot. But, yeah, unfortunately, a tough into the top 5 run right there as we're on board Ingram.
Oh, now I'll back up to 1.6 seconds.
Did a really good job through traffic. Chandler got within 1 second. But then once he was able to get through traffic, able to inch away, as we see Chandler Smith now under pressure from Lane Riggs, which is the last thing Chandler wants to see, and the best thing that Tyler Ingram wants to see right here is these two battling.
That's exactly what Lane Riggs wants to see. He's going for second position. He's run down Chandler Smith. He's still thinking maybe
Time to
there's
go.
a chance just a second ahead as the leader. If he can grab that second spot away, maybe he can run down Tyler Ingram as he's on fuel conserve mode up front.
10 laps to go here. We talked about the long winless streak for Tyler Ingram, 130 races ago. He went to victory lane in Kentucky. That's how long ago it was. He doesn't even race there anymore. Here it is, 2019.
He had to think this was the first of many that were coming. Just a young kid getting his chance in the Truck Series, goes to victory lane, wins at the tough Kentucky Motor Speedway, takes that checkered flag. Look at that feeling.
It's like a baby.
Yes, he does.
I think if you asked him in that moment if it would take 130 races in between to the next one, right? You talk about winning that first one's always the hardest. You get over that hump, and the dominoes start to fall. It just hasn't for Tyler Ingram. But you're able to put together a really strong day. Now 2.5 seconds, out front and looking really good right now. But fuel has been a concern. He's not. You never know. You never know.
The last 5 races this season have seen 5 different winners. That 38 truck, the last one to go to victory lane last week. Lane Riggs still looking for his win, but Tyler Ingram may have just been knocking at the door. It's just been a matter of time. Let's see if he can hang on here. About 6.5 laps to go here at the Rock.
That's Tyler Ingram.
Did we get radio really quick at Tyler Ingram's voice?
I just did it for you. That's exactly what that was.
What's Lane's radio saying?
I'm on me.
Bring on the caution.
Let's see it, caution. Let's do it. Let's do it. An overtime finish here in the Truck Series. We haven't seen one of those in quite some time.
20 races, Michael. We haven't had an overtime
Lane
finish.
Riggs down pit road.
Lane Riggs with a what?
Last one pit road 119. That's 7 laps after Tyler Ingram.
Well, we saw Sammy Smith, the same deal, same lap. hit just a few laps ago off the screen. This is a shock.
That gets my attention for that guy on the left of the screen, Tyler Ankrum. He's got 7 more laps on his gas than the rest of the guys.
I can guarantee Tyler Ankrum, their crew chief, they won't even tell them if they're running out. They'll find out together if they're going to run out. They're just going to let that thing ride.
That's shocking. Wow, okay.
Half throttle from now to the checker.
This is so similar to races you've seen a long, long time ago, right, Michael? Where everybody's just slowing down and managing different situations.
I want to tell you what a race fan I am. I'm sitting here.
Raja Caruth is in the top 10, 6th. Chandler Smith now.
For Tyler and how much is going to happen here in these last few laps.
Tyler Ankrum has not slowed the pace down at all. He is
4.5 seconds.
He's 1.1 seconds faster.
Oh!
They both went out.
Chandler's in the wall. Oh, Chandler out of gas.
He's just going really, really slow to try and save and manage the situation. He's out.
Oh, he's out of fuel.
I want to see Tyler Ankrum really slow down. He's got over 5 seconds, half throttle. Just limp around. Is he running out?
Tyler Ankrum's out.
He's out.
Tyler Ankrum's out now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's Jake Garcia's up next. Coast it. He's going to coast it. Tyler Ankrum wins it. Wow. Okay. That finish was interesting.
Yeah.
Jake Garcia 2nd, Daniel Hemrick 3rd, Rasha Caruth 4th, and Grant Enfinger in 5th.
Slow down. You're racing nobody. Nobody is in the same zip code. And Tyler Ankrum able to shock a lot of us up here. I mean, he made 8 laps later was the 38 and 34, and they could not make it. They legitimately ran out. There was not just, no, we'll come down pit road as you see the crew celebrate. The MVP of the race team, definitely the fuel man. Whoever, wherever he is Tyler Ankrum begins to celebrate.
And he's doing burnouts when he's low on fuel.
Is Joe Logano driving that truck or something? Because it always seems to be that the guys were like, oh, they're out of fuel. They gotta be out. They gotta be out. Have plenty to do burnouts and just do it.
Just putting the exclamation point on everything tonight. I wonder how much he knew versus didn't know about everyone around him. But when he goes back and watches this car, there's a lot of drama unfolding behind him. Look.
Still going.
Well, it's starting to sputter on him a little bit because it started to sputter. Yeah, there it is. It's out. We're finally out.
Is he riding all the way around? You got to make it to the front stretch.
Well, not if you don't have any gas.
You need to hear from him.
He needs a push. Look at that sun shining down.
Well, he's going to get to enjoy it. He's going to look at
Oh, you got to fire back up.
Well, either blew the crush panels out of it or something, but either way, going to be really excited. Tyler Ankrum, Garcia,
all right.
Daniel Hemrick 3rd, Caruth 4th, Enfinger 5th. What a shake and a turn of events. Corey Hine ended up 8th.
After all of that, what a comeback.
What do you think he's going to think when he realizes he won the trip?
Well, this Rockingham crowd is, I think, potentially even more excited. You see there, what a great camera angle of everybody.
All the fans that have been waiting for this moment for NASCAR coming back to the Rock. 12 years.
Been since 2019 since Tyler Ankrum won.
Last year we were going to go racing here.
And how it ended in dramatic fashion. Was he going to make it? Could he get there? Yes, he could. And look at that celebration. It's been since 2019 that he's got to feel that feeling right there. And I know it must be just wonderful for him.
They had to see a lot of wins out of that shot.
All right.
Which only makes your career, right? He kind of is now the big 10-year backing out of racing with Christian Eck is moving on. You know, he is the only driver to stay full time in that camp, kind of be the face, or at least should be, had a super strong start of the year, and now able to capitalize on the winless streak and be able to put that 18 truck in victory lane at the Rockingham place.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
That's still more. I've given up trying to predict when that truck's going to be out of here.
That is really impressive.
I'm surprised he still had the fuel to continue to do burnouts, celebration. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Well, this race was fun.
It was.
Yeah. So, congratulations to Tyler Ankrum. Man, it's 2019. It's been since we were in middle school since he last won.
Yeah.
What a day.
My goodness. So.
A lot of drama, a lot of excitement.
They're able to win at Martinsville, and then now third, really strong day also for him.
Jake Garcia matched his career best finish with a second, went 43 laps.
Roger there, interviewing with a top 5 finish. Good run for him. Rankin Baker with the top 5 as well.
All right.
What a race.
What a day. What a day. The speed.
Well, that's it for this live stream. Our next live race reaction will be Talladega race weekend. So I can't wait for Dega next week. And yeah, this is Preston and
Ace Austin 48.
Peace out, y'all.